Wah Bella just subscribed for 32 months. Geop Bongos Hyper.
The Bouncer.
Okay, I'm unmuted. Hi, everybody. We're here. Hello. Hang on.
Hello.
We have guest. Hello, guest.
Hello, I'm guest.
Okay. Nothing broke. I told you there's a background. Wow.
Oh my god, wow.
Thank you for coming, Hess. You want to introduce yourself to folks here who may not be familiar while I stall for a second?
Sure. Hi, my name is Hess. I'm a garden nymph VTuber. I like playing shitty old retro games and not shitty old retro games. Specifically, I like playing a lot of, I guess, like N64 to like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna make you guys all feel old, to Wii and PS3, because that's considered retro now. We go by 15 years in this house.
We're all a little dusty here. Don't worry about it. I mean, it's kind of like I mentioned, the sicko shit games is kind of the stuff around here that folks like, honestly. Hang on, let me do this a little bit.
Yeah, for anybody who knows, my favorite series ever is Shadow Heart. So if you know that, you're already beloved in my heart, because I've been shilling that to everybody.
Man, isn't it wild how they stopped after number 2 and there was not a number 3? Crazy, huh?
No, we're not going to do any Umi Neko with this. I actually own 3 in Japanese and English. I love that. I love that game.
What was your stance on Shadow Hearts 3, honestly? It's like, I really couldn't click with it.
I particularly loved it, but that's because I've always liked the weird humor in it. Like, obviously, there wasn't as much like gothic horror to it, but I love Hilda. I love Frank. I really like everybody in the cast, but you also have to realize they made that game, I think, in a year.
I was actually wondering about that because it seems like it's the same sort of engine. It felt like they kind of just re-cribbed a lot of characters' gimmicks, I think, because the ninja guy picks stuff up everywhere, and I was like, wait a second. You got this, you got a harmonics there, but I don't know, the harmonics are not being the main character kind of threw me off a bit. I don't know.
To be fair, his story was concluded, but also it's the fact of like, I don't know, I just have a lot more respect for it, but I also Nautilus when I get you. Nautilus when I fucking get you. You damn pachinko company. And they still have the rights. They're not doing anything with it, but they literally just like whipped the studio and like, yeah, you have to make game in 1 year. And actually, no, 6 months. They finished I think 60% of the game in 6 months. It was insane.
So they're just
so that's
squatting
why
on the
it's really
rights,
bad in some places.
Vivek just subscribed for 3
I was actually
months.
wondering why we had
Geop
more of
account.
those. Is it just kind of a Konami situation, I guess?
From what I get, essentially, they switched multiple companies because there was the Kodelka one, and then that went under, and then they went Shadow Hearts, and after the first one, it didn't sell as much as they want, but they had enough to keep going. And then by the second one, I think the Pachinko company came in, and they were like, well, this didn't sell at all, but they were already starting with the third game. It's hey, this is your last chance. And they're like, okay, well, we'll get the full time for it. And then basically they said into 6 months, they're like, hey, we want you to release this now. We're stopping all budget stuff, and basically you release it or it dies. So they just did a last hurrah. And then obviously it didn't sell that well because I'm pretty sure it came out at the end of the
It was pretty
PS2
far in,
life cycle anyway.
Also, I don't know if did even Covenant sell that well? It sold the best, but did it even do good numbers?
If I remember correctly, Covenant didn't sell well. It sold okay, but it didn't sell well, mainly because I think it was up against big names. I gotta Google it again. Let me see.
1 second. Bella, thank you for the 32, by the way.
When
Corrugation.
did it release?
2 years. And Vic, thank you for the 3. Thank you, folks. Now let me see here. What were you playing right now, Hess? Stuff you're working through, because you do longer playthroughs of things as opposed to I do, darting around every single stream. Any stuff you're chipping through right now?
So ever since I took a little break from a new garden job, there's a lot of stuff I've just I'm not good with time management skills. So technically,
same hat.
So technically, there's Crash Bandicoot, there's Baroque, which I come back to every few months, and then Cotton goes yippee when she realized somebody's playing Baroque.
Which Baroque are you
Wild...
playing exactly? Is it the original or?
It's the PS1 version. Technically, the original is the Sega Saturn version.
I'm trying to remember I know there was one that had a much more modern art design. Wasn't that PS2?
That's the one we got. That's the one on the Wii.
Okay. How's the PS1 one different from the Saturn one? I thought, isn't just basically the same game and engine, or?
Kinda, but not really. I'm not a huge... From what I get, the Saturn one's the original one, and think of it as almost hard mode. It plays harder and a bit more cryptic to get stuff going than the PS1. The PS1 has some quality of life stuff and some basically Japanese anime-esque upgrades where it's oh, you have a scene list now and you can know when you're closer to 100%. And I think they added a post-game...
Oh, it's a director's
hell
cut type
floor
thing.
Yeah. But then there's Baroque, there's Wild Arms 1, there's No More Heroes 1. I've been playing a lot of ones lately. I have to go to my recent VODs to see what I've even playing. Because I don't really make schedules anymore, so now I'm just oh, I played WarioWare recently. There was FF3 we just finished.
Oh, finished?
So I finished the first generation of Final Fantasy. I'm basically doing not a marathon, but I wouldn't say I'm not bad Final Fantasy fan, but I guess a new age. I played a lot of 10, I played a lot of 12, I played a lot of 13 series. I bought the limited edition of 15. Yeah, I have a whole leather bound guidebook and all that stuff for it.
15 sounded so cool in concept, and then you get to it, it's just huh?
Yeah. Look, it starts out good, and then 70% of it's not that good, and then the last 15% of it is what the fuck, this is Kino again. But I have that. I've played 9, but basically anything before 9, not touched. Not touched. Not because I didn't want to or because I was it's old. I just never really had the inclination to do so. So I was okay, I'm going to see what all the Final Fantasy fans are going to probably skewer me for, because I'm probably going to say something that's going to piss off Final Fantasy fans when I get to their games that they like. I played 1, I played 2, we just finished 3, so now we're taking a few game break, and then it'll be 4, 5, and 6, and then I'll have to do 7, 8.
You're gonna piss off Final Fantasy fans no matter what you say, honestly. It's kind of there's the they're folks who cut their teeth on 13, which is kind of... Did you say you tried 13?
Oh, I love 13.
You
13
did?
2 is one of my favorite.
Okay, well, here we go already.
Hey, at least I didn't say Lightning Returns is my favorite.
Okay. That's the big stinker one of the three. I feel like
I could probably say a thing that pisses off people right now. I think the Final Fantasy VII remake fucking sucks.
There you go.
I played the first one.
It is super divided. I mean, I don't think you're going to really piss off too many people here.
I'm sure there's Final Fantasy VII shooters in here.
Maybe. Somebody's probably just slamming on the keyboard right now. Hang on a fucking second.
It's Square Enix's child, even though it didn't hit any of its marks when selling any of the games.
It's got to sell more. Got to make more money than God. Let me tell you. It's interesting. I liked the first installment. The second one, I can't click with the combat anymore. It's like the enemies are like heat-seeking missiles as soon as combat starts. It's like,
with 13?
I'm sorry, not
13.
Or
you mean with 7?
7. Sorry,
okay.
7 remake, the second part. It's like the monsters, as soon as it feels like every 5 seconds, they just latch onto the character you're controlling and just try to beat the shit out of you. So it's like, oh, well, we wanted to lean into the mechanics of this one where you have to swap characters a lot. And I'm like, no, I don't like how these people play. Let me play as my favorite one.
I played the first part and, well, I shouldn't say I played it because I'm a person where it's like I have to actually get to the end game screen. I'm a true hater. I'm a true hater.
I can respect
I think in my soul, you have to at least get like to the end game screen at least once, even if it's a joke ending. Then you can start hating on something. I got to the last chapter and I said, I spent like 20 hours on this shit. And I said, wow, this fucking sucks. I'll finish it tomorrow. And then I never fucking finished it because my friend's like, there's basically like a 2-hour long like boss cutscene, and I'm like, I need to get the news. I'm done.
You picked a good time to pack in, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I heard the second game gets a little bit better, but then it just becomes like.
There's so much. There's so much in that game.
It's like semi-open world, right? It's not truly open world.
Yeah, I would have preferred something tighter and more that steered you in a certain way, like maybe even a wide corridor. It's too much of like, here you go.
You would rather have a 10 than a 13.
Yeah, it's like, here you go find your viewpoint towers and unlock parts of the map. I'm like, wait a second, this is familiar. Oh, wow. You mentioned the FFs you haven't played. I mean, like, I'm kind of a big FF person, but like, I'm super spotty on the series, honestly. Like 2, I briefly played 2. But...
When you play 2, you should play it. If you ever play it on stream, you should do like a little mini game. Because what I did is I just didn't play 2 like how you should normally play. I literally did. Once I unlocked Toad and Teleport, I was literally like, guys, will it T or T? Will it Toad or will it Teleport? And my whole run with every single fucking boss is just like, guys, we gotta spin the wheel. Will it T or will it T or will I fucking die? And then I literally like killed every single boss except the last one just by toading it, and everybody got really mad. It's like, you're not engaging with the game. I was like, but you said this game sucks.
Oh, so you
how am I gonna beat the game that sucks?
So they actually let you debuff the bosses in that game? Oh wow.
So it's not even a debuff. The only time these spells have ever become so overpowered is in 2, because imagine you could use like an instant death spell like level 1 and it just kills a boss. You could either do Toad, which turns the boss into a toad, and that's it. They're just a toad. You win, you get the experience, or you basically teleport them into like another plane of existence. Same thing. You win, you get the experience. So for 2 characters that I made as my mages, I just spam leveled up Toad and Teleport. I think you can level them all the way up to like level 15, and I think I got them to like level 10 or 11 by the end of the game. The only one it doesn't really work on is the last boss. But even right before then, the second to last boss, I was like, let's go!
Well, there was you know FF Mystic Quest. Have you heard of that one?
Because that's how Saga was made.
Yeah, so Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, the last boss is undead. I remember when I was a kiddo, I rented that and played through it just as like a casual thing. I never once beat the last boss fairly because he's undead. So you can just go in there and just
use
like...
the potions and cure.
You can just like do revive and instant kill him. It's like, well... So long, asshole. Every time I did that.
Yep, I just know for 2, that's the reason why every single other status effect, like in any other Final Fantasy game, they like nerf to shit because they're like, well, we don't want another Final Fantasy 2. I feel like one executive or one developer was like, no, they're not playing the game that I want them to play. So they're just like, nerf it to the ground. Ooh.
It's like the whole debuff stuff. It's like, it feels like only Shin Megami Tensei are the only games where that really seems to be worth a damn. Because it feels like an FF, it's like, oh, you can lower their defense. It's like, well, I already kill them pretty fast. They're probably going to dodge this. Lower their evasion? I don't know.
I mean, half of it is like fun, and half of it is like fuck you tier. Because if I remember correctly, in Final Fantasy 1, you could just infinitely stack, protect, and haste. So,
really?
like that, the first game, they were like, okay, well, that's just our bad coding or oversight. So Final Fantasy 2, you couldn't really do that anymore. I'm playing on like the PSP because that had like the most quality of life changes and stuff like that. But they like changed them even in the Pixel remasters. Like, okay, we're gonna take some of these away. We're gonna put some back. And I don't know how they do in like 4 up. I know the DS version of 3, you could only do protect and haste once, I think. But like all the status effects were just like the debuffing ones. They were useless. Like, absolutely useless.
I never even touched the damn things, honestly. I'm too used to it being a waste of time. So let me see here. Suppose I know we talked about rambling for 2 to 3 hours, but I'm gonna rip off the Band-Aid and we could start looking at houses, I guess, if you want.
Sure, I guess if you want.
So,
we can look at the cool houses.
Exactly. So I was thinking there's kind of like a flow or a tempo I go in. So, I mean, I've seen a couple people do Zillow things. They just kind of hop in wherever. I've got kind of, this is going to sound too up my own ass about it, but it's almost like a track list. I have a path we're going to go along. I have weird shit at the front, and whenever we taper off, there's going to be a couple, that's where the really gross shit is. Okay. So
you have like a binder.
Just a really big text document that keeps growing. I don't know. So, first thing is first. Thoughts. And let me see. Let me shuffle things around a little bit. I can move my model.
Do you want me to move to like the other corner?
Where do you prefer? I could actually move here and you get in the corner, or dealer's choice.
It's whatever. Wait, does it? Okay, it does show me moving. I could go on the left. You could go right.
Okay. I think you can. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I can move myself, so we're good.
Okay. So, let me see. Very serious about his house organization. Boy, howdy. Don't you touch that fucking thermostat. All right.
I need to know, does this have an HOA fee on it?
You know, that's a good question. We'll find out. So, I don't know if this is the neighbor. I don't know if this is us. But here's the other
I'm just imagining this is like a married couple that they don't want to be married anymore. So they're like, just get a second trailer. I don't want to even look at you.
I better not see your face around the bend. Oh, it's in Hawaii? What gave it away? What possibly could have given away that it's in Hawaii?
Wow, volcanic rock. So mysterious.
Ooh, they got new upholstery. Oh my god, that public bus.
Oh, it is refurbished. Yeah, because I was like, it has to actually be like a refurbished like trailer bus then.
I swear to God, I was on a bus in New York a long time ago. This is the exact same pattern on those seats.
This is a very 90s, like a touristy bus, so yeah.
God almighty.
No, this is giving more 80s actually.
Okay. I mean, it is hardened crust, but it is kind of quaint, I suppose. It's okay. It's fine.
I'm just wondering how it looks like in the morning.
Well, here's the master bath. I know you were curious about that. Looks great. It's got a sun.
Oh, no.
You got the natural light up there. Real hardwood. Actually, probably softwood interiors.
Is that like shampoo and conditioner? Like
Could
in
be.
the corner?
Could be. Let me see here. Yes, the hotkey works. I don't recognize it.
It's gotta be okay. Like no, with those pumps, it has to be like literally like shampoo and conditioner and like body wash and stuff like that. But do they like? Why do they have it outside? Is there like a separate little shower outhouse, or is this the shower too?
It's not outside.
Okay,
it's
there
right
it is.
in
It's
here.
right on the side.
Nice and enclosed.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of, have you ever seen Brazilian bathrooms?
Long time ago, but nothing that really sticks out in my memory.
They have like electrical just out in the Brazilian bathrooms. Like your shower head just literally has electrical
for heating
wires.
the water?
So
yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. It looks like they don't have that installed here, unfortunately. Oh, bingo. Oh, I forgot. Hang on. Thank you, Bella. Thank you for the bits, by the way. I'm sorry. There's a hidden word game that's kind of the big thing here, and I entirely forgot. Now, the hidden object stuff, there's some meta jokes. Some of it's not, some of it is. Don't worry, it'll kind of become clear in a bit. Did you gnome again? Thank you for the 100 bits again, Bella. Okay.
We've got gnomed.
So, master bedroom, sure. It's all right.
Oh, for some reason I thought it was a waterbed for a second. I was like, damn, Hawaiian waterbed?
Oh God, that'd be a nightmare. I think this is just like
imagine.
It looks like it's just a futon on top of like a wooden frame, maybe.
But imagine like the volcano blows and like everything's like shaking around you and you're just on the water.
Also, Wary Canary just pointed out, I thought this is just a small mirror. It might be from a car.
That's a car mirror. That's literally.
Well,
great. It could have been worse. It could have been one of those giant like round mirrors you see like in gas stations that like check the whole store. They're actually very what's the word? Squishy.
Squishy.
Yeah, like not like they're like flexible. Like you can push into them. Like they're almost
they're
like
fragile.
Hollow. Yeah.
Interesting. I haven't tried nudging into one. Maybe I'll try that next time I'm at Buc-ee's or something. Oh, there's a coastline. All right.
Oh,
you ever been to a
nice.
Buc-ee's, Hess?
I've never gone to Buc-ee's, but there's apparently like one being built possibly near my friend. So if she comes up to me and we hang out, I'm gonna be like, can I get like the Buc-ee's like peanuts or whatever it's called? I call bussies to piss them off.
That's fine. That's fine.
I know some Southerners be like, it's not bussies.
Go ahead and do that.
Buc-ee's.
Light a fire under their ass. Get them mad. It's great. So people get so indignant about that. That and like Whataburger and things are like weird hotspots for Texans. And I'm just like, oh, come on. Come on, buddy.
I haven't had either of the big ones like Whataburger, Shake Shack, or anything of those.
Whataburger.
The only thing I've tried is Five Guys burgers and fries.
Whataburger's kind of like, I don't understand the whole thing. I don't know. It's just fast food. It ain't fine dining, you know? So, Hawaii, 25,000.
But is that just for one of them or two of them?
It looks like it's the driveway and that one unit. Let me
Doesn't
see.
have an HOA fee. It's already better than most American like plots.
This is true. Hang on. Let me see. Let me move this a bit for the text. No HOA. Well, let's scroll down a bit, folks. They sometimes hide that a little further down. No fire ants? Well, I think I know why there's no ants here.
Immediately.
I think I know why there's no ants here. Now, lava ants. I haven't found any of those. Anything fun here?
Oh, the private area. Plenty of secure storage under the bus. Oh, they have solar equipment. That comes, I guess, with the plot land, too.
Stern, how did you do that? Okay, hang on. The other unit is also for sale, apparently? Hang on, I'll pull that up. Holy smokes, dude. I mean, I know technically it's going to be on the same street, but still, that was pretty impressive. Okay, hang on. Wow.
Why is the other one more expensive?
Ooh, it comes with nice cinder block steps, maybe. Maybe that's part of it. Huh.
For like 8,000 more, you can get one cinder block.
Looking good, looking good. Kalapana Gardens? Ooh. Interesting, interesting.
Okay, this one I think they like spruced up a bit more for the paintings at least.
Yeah, I see we're getting some nice shots of this over here as opposed to, I don't know. Ooh, different
Ooh,
upholstery.
tropical. It's on theme.
Oh, wow, wow.
But the thing is though, like,
Oh. Well, that explains the price difference.
huh.
It's different. It's consistent.
This seems like more of like this, like, you know, they have like one trailer for actually living in, and this is almost like the storage trailer.
Seems like. Okay.
Nice sink though.
Yeah. Looks newish. Ooh, you got a wooden
It has
bathroom.
a toilet inside. Okay, we're buying it.
Okay, that
Yeah.
explains it. So this is probably for composting, I guess. It's gotta be, right?
Yeah. It's probably got like some biodegradable stuff for it, so you haul it out or something.
In-bus shitter, that's right. Okay.
Okay, this one seems more modern and chic.
It does, yeah.
Why do they have the judge though?
This right here, she's blind. She doesn't care what the interior looks like. I gotta say, I am a little tickled by the fact there's still a driver's seat. I guess it's another place to sit, but it's like, this isn't going anywhere.
You just put a child in there. It's like, yeah, just pretend you're like driving.
Maybe that's what it is.
Have fun.
Ooh, that's for showering. Okay.
Okay, I thought that was like a really long tub for a second.
Aw. Ooh. Okay.
Okay, they got a little scrub brush. They're good about their hygiene.
Ooh.
That is a pretty good amount of space.
This is basically the equivalent of like a hallway closet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much the same deal.
Now they could be really evil and say like, "Oh, we're adding extra price. Somebody could even sleep in here. This is an extra room."
And
oh, there's the solar panels.
Oh, God, those have got to be ancient solar. Okay.
Yeah, but if it comes with a plot of land, it's not like you're having to get new ones if it still works.
Interested in touring? So let me see. This one's a little more expensive. Bit of TLC to spruce it up. I wouldn't have thought. Okay, hang on.
With 40% down, you can get financing.
Hang on. What was I looking for? All right, TLC. That's a buzzword. Let me mark that off for the bingo. Okay. All furniture come with the property. If you want that Lady Justice statue, that'll come with it. Sweetens the pot. Let me see.
I just wonder what happened to the sellers. Did they just say like, we don't want this anymore?
Maybe. I'm kind of curious. I wonder if they were both the same person. I guess they're for sale at the same time, probably. Actually, somebody said that last one was on Zillow for like 200 and some change days. This one's on there for 192. So,
maybe they just forgot to take off the previous listing.
Also, yeah, 40%. Yeah, they just slashed the price big time. It's still nothing. Okay. So, let me see here. So maybe something a little more home-shaped. Hang on. Let me forget that
anything can be
window
home-shaped if you think hard enough.
This is true. How about the classical home shape? Kind of boxish. Now let me see. I will crop the pictures and tighten them up a bit more once. I think the first few are kind of small. That's a shed? No, it's not. It's a house. Okay, this is...
It reminds me of like almost like a mechanic shop.
Could be, yeah. Yeah, this is the workshop, folks. Now the house proper. Ooh, got farm stuff.
Oh, it's more like barnyard. Oh.
Is this a mechanic's garage? No, it's a house. This is where you can park the farm stuff, though.
That would be a good place to grill, not gonna lie.
Hang on, let me resize this. I think this is the picture size we're playing with here. That last one jumped around. Okay.
Do I know about the dad stables?
The dad stables. Oh, those! Oh! I had to search my mind for a second. That wasn't the descriptor we called them. I mean, that kind of makes me think of a couple other things when you say that.
Dad's for sale, grade A dad.
So it's kind of like, it is like, okay, picture this. You know a storage place where you can like rent out a little shutter or something to like store stuff in? It's like a mini garage or something. So you've got that. Picture also a gated living community. Now, smash those two together. And that's pretty much what it is. It's just this big runway that has these huge shutter doors that they can fit cars inside of, and they also have like lofts and kitchens and stuff. It's kind of referred to as divorced dad core, you know?
Put some Creed on in the speakers.
So, how do you feel about vinyl interiors?
I think it's neutral until I see it.
This is kind of a neutral color. That's neutral.
It's not that bad, actually.
Really?
But it's like, it's also like just in smack dab in the middle. So I'm like, what was supposed to be to the left and to the right? Why'd they? I mean, obviously you want to put stuff in the middle, I guess. But
oh, it's so tiny. The picture jumped on us. Okay. Well, we do have... Okay, I like the idea of some...
I'm guessing those are outlets?
I'm wondering what the airflow's got to be like here. If it's just like they just slap this vinyl siding everywhere. Below the ceiling fan. There it is.
It's probably got to be loud, though, because I almost feel like there's going to be a bunch of, like, you know... like wobbling, like...
The old ceiling fan sound. Hang on, I just noticed there's a mini split on the wall here. Little AC thing. So,
okay.
It's a sweatbox. Shocker, I know. Aren't those bars for physical rehab? I was looking at these. I was like, are those parallettes?
Yeah, those are PT bars.
Or PT? Okay. Because I was like, it wouldn't just be parallettes. I know you could do whatever you want on those, but still. Huh.
I've seen those a lot. I'm pretty sure that's like part of it. I don't think it's the full thing. Like, it just helps you because you're holding yourself against the bars while you're slowly acclimating to walking. So maybe the previous owner was like, I don't know, old and is slightly wheelchair bound, but not fully.
Okay. They had all the farm stuff out there too, so I figured they're at least somewhat farm mobile. Maybe they're rehabbing. Ooh, actually, that's kind of tight, actually. Ooh. Okay.
That's a really wide mattress, though. Wait, it's like double on there.
It's really tall. Just roll out of bed. Just don't sit up.
Slide out.
Mm-hmm. Just shimmy out. Okay. Huh.
Okay, that's like semi-normal, but where's the mirror?
Don't worry about it. That doesn't come with the listing. You gotta pay extra for the mirrors around here, all right?
Sorry, we got a Bloody Mary problem. That's why we got rid of the mirrors.
Exactly. Okay, so we have an actual proper toilet. First one of the night. Fantastic.
Right next to an outlet.
Yeah. You plug in your phone.
You can charge your phone and like play like Subway Surfers while you're taking a dookie.
Exactly. This is
I thought that was a toaster.
Yeah, that's my shower toaster. Actually, what is that?
It's my little buddy.
What is that? Actually, I don't know what that is. I know there's the shower though, because the tension rod.
Maybe that's just something they were placing in there while they're fixing it up or something.
Mysterious.
Oh my god.
Ooh, look at that space though. Look at that.
Is that like the house? Like, is that like a generator or something?
Maybe. Maybe
I think it's just all the electrical, but like it looks weird.
Maybe. Well, it is tiny. That is a part of it. Now, is it tiny?
Well, the breaker's like right next to it. That's what that is.
I believe that's gas. There's probably like a water heater on the left.
Yeah, it's gotta be for gas and stuff like that.
Mysterious. I do love me a good mystery. Oh, it's getting closer. Okay, I guess this kind of answers it. Never mind.
It's so ominous.
Oh yeah, we got water. Excellent.
Fresh water.
Perfect. And yeah. Oh, there it is.
Ooh, that's actually pretty nice looking.
I wonder how much acreage this comes with.
I just gotta know, how far is it from like the nearest town? Because imagine you have to drive out like an hour for something.
Let me see. We're in Greenville, Pennsylvania. 440,000.
3.51 acres. Built in 2021.
Brand spanking new, kind of. Wow.
Kinda.
What's special? What is not? Come to the country.
Plenty of living space. Private drive.
You don't say. Oh my goodness.
Oh, it's only been on for 4 days.
Wow.
This is new.
Could fit a bidet seat on that toilet if it has an outlet next to it. An electrical bidet for the heating. Let me see here. So let me see where that.
It's near a college.
Hello. Website. You're supposed to. Usually this sends me to like a what's the word? Usually this sends me to like a Google Maps thing where I can pan around. It doesn't want to work for some reason right now. Well, whatever. It's somewhere in Pennsylvania. I don't know. How big could Pennsylvania?
Yeah, I really don't think it's near like any sort of like even. It's kind of middle of nowhere hub spot, because I think the only two big things on that spot was just like, oh, it's a church, and probably a college affiliated with the church.
There's Thiel College. It's 80
Bethel Life
miles
Worship
from
Center.
Pittsburgh or Akron, Ohio. Almost Ohio adjacent.
Oh, okay, so it's the west side of PA.
Okay. Anything? Is there an HOA? No info. We might be safe. Okay. I'm kind of curious about something.
The price keeps going down.
Oh,
we're
here
saving
we go.
money.
I can actually move on this map. Okay. There's Greenville. Youngstown is southwest. There's Akron over there. Okay. Walk score 0. You ain't walking out here.
Bike score 26. We're moving up.
The big joke I've always had on this is that the bike score, no matter if it's like 10 or if it's 90, it's always somewhat bikeable.
Have you ever seen a 0?
Yes. Absolutely. There was like I think when Bloom was on here, Bloom was the first one, Professor Bloom was the first one who kind of started nudging at those because he was intrigued by them on a listing. He's like, I didn't really pay too much attention to them in the past. And there was one listing that had like 30 photos. I want to say 20 to 25 of them were obsessed on the fridge. Like they were just different angles of the fridge. And it was like a big, huge, fancy house out in the middle of nowhere. Like no neighbors in either direction for like 20 miles. And that was a 0 and a 0, big time. The lighthouse has a 0 bike score. Wait, actually, we did have a lighthouse that did have a walkability. That was interesting. It's like, oh yeah, it's right in the middle of the ocean. It's walkable. I'm like, really?
Walkable if you're Jesus, I guess.
Absolutely. Okay. So.
Oh, it's a resale. So I think somebody flipped it.
Oh.
And they just can't sell it.
Okay, let me see here. So, I got this guy. So if we're looking at 3-ish, let me see here. Let me see which of these I can throw aside. Because like I mentioned with the hoity-toity analogy of a track list, that means there's some I want to scoot ahead in line, you know? Because I'm still doing one on Sunday, so I could just save what we have left over here for that. Ooh, excellent. Okay, how about an actual proper house? Not a joke.
Oh my god, we're upgrading. It can only get better from here.
Oops, price spoiler, 400,000.
That's not bad.
It's pretty good.
Until I see like this gives me like it was made in the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
But like you're not like a millionaire in the 70s, so I don't think there's going to be like a conversation pit or anything.
There's not a conversation pit. This absolutely is like 60s, 70s, so to speak. There may be something.
It's literally the brick color. Like it gives 70s.
Oh, the brick in particular? What cat you're either? Oh.
It just gives like that 70s kind of like color feel. I don't know. Maybe I just watched too much of that 70s show.
I'm glad you're already in the right headspace. Not to spoil anything, but well, we'll get to it in a moment. Oh, wow. Interesting.
Oh, a nice little old lady. There's at least one plant alive.
Oh my god, it's trying. That's probably plastic, right? Yeah.
Look.
Her dirt pot's doing so well.
As it used to be.
Oh man, I mean, I really like these steps actually.
That is not old person safe. That's how you know it was not made recently.
Ooh boy, that's a good point. Well, ooh, the carpet.
Oh, I love this actually. I don't care. I love this.
So
I love chuggy houses.
God, what are your thoughts on the carpet like this? It's like multiple. I want to know the word for this because it's got multiple splotches of color. We've seen this several times.
Yeah, I mean the easiest way I could say is like multicolored, but like I personally love it. But I just know one, if anything happens, you're kind of safe because if there's a spill, nobody's really going to notice the one spill center because they're going to see the other like things. 2, you have like a greenish puke color. So if somebody does puke, it's also not going to be a problem. As long as it's not like brown and it's green puke instead.
The thing that also gets me in some of these houses is just kind of like looking at the walls and these sorts of things and being like, should this be a lighter color? Is this smoke damage? You know?
It's probably like, I really don't think you could find like a carpet person who has this readily available. So this is definitely either with a lot of love or I just know if you like went over with one of those Hoover vacuums, you'd be getting like nuclear waste like from that carpet.
So this is something else that comes up in a lot of these homes. They've got like this sort of a just metal divider right in the middle, like not a conversation pit, but it's
It's like a halfway to it because it leads down into like a lower section of the house, which is essentially what a conversation pit is. You have like the little fire pit, you have like the main entranceway, but like a conversation pit is literally like almost like a tiny square. It's not the whole section.
Well, that's what we got. We got, let me see here. Let me back up a bit. Okay, so we've got the entryway, stairs, carpet, stairs. Love vacuuming those. Also, little thing I don't see too often. They've got a little bit of a lip of the rug tapering over here.
It gives it character.
Okay. So, oh my goodness.
Oh, that is definitely like an old man, like from the 60s or 70s. He's got a cigar out. He's like, I'm done. I work today.
Oh my God. And also, speaking of upholstery, oh God. Okay. Gosh. I'm thinking of like my grandparents, specifically my father's side. They had shit like this all the time. So I look at some of these and it's just like something hits me in the back of my head.
What did they put up? Because like honestly, this stuff was very well taken care of it's like still in semi-good condition like this.
Like we joke about the carpet stuff. The carpet's holding up great. Cause,
it is. It's still vibrant. It's not. There's not like splotches anywhere. Like they either must have had enough money to be like, okay, this carpet's really bad. We're going to get a carpet guy to put in new carpet like in sections. Or they've maybe this is like a second house or something.
Maybe.
And like no kid wanted it because they're like, well, I don't want to like repurpose a whole house to look like it's from the 2020s instead of like the 1970s.
The other thing is like, this is probably, given how ancient the rug is, it's not torn and tattered over here given the foot traffic. So it's really cared for. Oy vey. The texture house. Oh no, the texture house is later. Don't worry about that. Okay. Ooh.
Is there going to be plastic on all the furniture? Is that why we're calling it the texture?
I don't know if I have any of those with the crushed up.
It took me like 15 years to ask my grandma to finally take the plastic off of like, because I'm not sure if your parents were like this. I have Mediterranean Greek family. So for like all of my childhood, whenever I would bring friends over, they would be like, why is your couch wrapped in plastic? I'd be like, you don't got to worry about that. Also, we can't sit on it. Also, you can't even go into this room. We can't go.
No, none of my relatives have done the wrap plastic thing. That's interesting to hear.
It's still like the initial plastic from when they bought it too. My grandma was like, no,
really?
I want to keep it fresh and new for when we like resell it. And then I don't even know what we did when we like left the house. I was like, did you sell it? She's like, I don't know. I forgot.
So this isn't like a plastic casing they slipped on. It is like Pracknir, what it came from the factory in.
Yeah, she just wanted the new furniture and she's like, this is nice and new and it's going to stay in the plastic because it's always going to be nice and new. They didn't even smoke, so it's not like, oh, I want it in the plastic because I don't want the smoke to seep through it or anything like that. My grandma would like be like, no, you can't smoke in the house. Like it was literally just like, it was a status symbol, but it didn't even look that good to be a status symbol. She just wanted the couch like that.
Also, I was zooming in on this to get a better look at the material, and I just noticed this weird face under the stairway. I'm just
It reminds me of that one Barry from Berserk.
Yeah.
Except it's not screaming in agony.
Well, okay. Interesting. Okay, so what else do we... I'm going to call that for a tripping hazard right there on the left. That's a little camouflagey. Let me see here.
It changes very quickly from carpet to tile.
Let me see here. Oh, yeah. That in there. Ooh. Wow. Very interesting. Fireplace. Yep. Okay.
It's got to be like the old, like actual gas fireplaces too.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Like, I don't see where the...
It's always sad to see like so many fake fireplaces nowadays. I was like, why don't you just do the actual thing? You're like basically selling it for the same amount.
I was actually looking to see where the gas handle is hidden in that case. Usually there's like a little tiny door, but maybe I guess they got the little, well, that could be decorative. Keep your mysteries.
That might actually be like a plastic one too. If you go back, it kind of like gives off like the wood, like one picture above, you can see the wood in the corner.
Wood in the corner.
Yeah, like in the fireplace. Because I've seen a lot of like the fake fireplace pits and they're always like in a specific type of like pattern where they're hold up. I was like, that kind of looks like actually a fake one.
I think
they have it like really well done though.
The door looks just like what my parents have on their house, which is about from the same era. Curious. Wallow, thank you for the 200. Holy smokes. Let me see here. 2 years of watching me, and yet you've learned nothing. Thank you, dude. Okay.
Ooh, this is kind of like a weird...
It's not carpet.
It's definitely giving like that 70s, 80s, but for some reason it's also reminding me of like 2000s Tuscan. But I think that's just because of the mahogany.
Mm-hmm. Goodness.
It's very red. Wait, even the gas is red. The gas
Slightly.
stove.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. Oh, goodness. That's
actually really cool.
Wow.
Okay, that's definitely like a 1960s like kitchen countertop then. This might be more like late 60s than 70s.
Ooh, that old outlet
because the
faceplate.
60s loved like colored like appliances with their main stuff. Like they would want like a blue fridge with a blue countertop with stuff like that.
You think it's red or you think it's something like brown? Oh, curious.
It might be more of like a rusted brown that just fits with the red.
Ooh,
but it looks very good with it.
Oh, that dishwasher, Jesus.
Yeah, that's premium retro.
Them's old bones. Oh, Jesus. Okay.
I think I need to go and get my osteoporosis checked out.
Oh, the rheumatism. Okay. What else? Oh my God.
Oh, that's a lazy boy.
Ooh, that floor. Wow. At least they got a modern-ish TV. Folks. Hang on. Oops. That's a Pizza Hut buffet style light. Hang on. One of them meta jokes. Don't worry about it. Wow.
I forget. Didn't Pizza Hut stop doing the buffet because they were like losing so much money on the salad bar or something?
I haven't actually thought about it. Have they stopped doing those?
Yeah, no, they stopped doing that like in the 2000s.
Oh.
I think it was legitimately just like to a 90s thing. Like, let me see.
Something I kind of mentioned to guests who are familiar with it. Did you know you can actually go on AliExpress and get like almost the exact same style of like, I guess just like porcelain glass chandeliers they have at Pizza Hut from like the early aughts and 90s. Like you can go on there and get the exact same thing and it just says pizza in a Pizza Hut font. It's crazy. I should add that to Throne one of these days. Oh my God. Ooh. Those red
okay, apparently there was still some going around, but most of them shut down due to COVID. I'm guessing either cleanliness or cost.
Yeah. Damn. Okay. Well, old people shower. Yeah, sure.
Oh, this is so nostalgic. I do like the countertop. Like that is very nice.
Like my bathroom has something like this. Not the same color, but it's the same sort of thing.
The only thing is that type of marble is really shitty to clean.
Mm-hmm. Extremely.
Like as long as there's like a little cut or anything in it, it's over.
Gosh, I'm surprised that there's nothing in the way of visible damage anywhere.
Well, I could see they don't clean the house that much because if you go back to the mirror, it's like so much soap scum.
Oh, I've seen worse. It's okay. It's okay.
It's an old people's house. It's okay.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God, this just makes me think this lady had like so many precious memories on the little like counter.
Goodness. That is a
I just know
headboard.
she had like a full boudoir of precious memories.
Oh yeah, no doubt. I'm kind of anything to get stuck on it. I'm really entranced by the headboard, honestly. That's interesting. The post right in the middle like that? Huh. Okay. Ooh,
more carpet. I think they really like this style of carpet because it's the exact same type as the other one from the beginning of the house, just different colors with it.
Splotchy,
this is a more muted one though.
Brown. Oh boy, yum. Ooh, hang on. Oh, that's just a mirror. Okay. It wasn't quite. Actually, are these distinctive? No. Mysterious.
That might be. Is that like a comedy duo or something? That has to be like a collectible thing of like two people.
I don't think it's Laurel and Hardy. I don't know. That'd be pretty.
It's got to be of like some old actor or something. Oh, he has a Brewstein.
Oh, hey. So they haven't completely moved out. Also, hang on. I'm sorry. Kind of. That's peculiar.
Oh, that's terrible arch support.
It's also
that's terrible.
It's also acrylic? Am I seeing that right?
It's plastic.
Plastic or acrylic? Yeah.
Yeah, it gives. I think it's more plastic because it gives a more see-through type thing, but it might be a high quality one.
Weird. Huh. That's something I usually see modern day shitty chairs, not back in this era. That's strange. Huh. Okay, den again, sure.
Oh!
Oh, fancy.
Is this like the guest room?
I don't know. It's not the master bed. It feels like it from how big the room is, but the bed
It
doesn't
reminds me
seem
of one
like
of those like cheap like 70s like lovers hotels or motels. It's like, oh, it's the pink room because you're so in love. It's the Cupid room.
Ooh. Oh, mysterious
Oh,
stuff.
it's even got the satin pillows.
Oh, shit. Wow.
This is definitely probably like a guest room.
Oh yeah, hands down, definitely. Ooh. Well, they definitely nailed the color. Wow.
Mm-hmm. And even the carpet changed again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is where Grandpa
dislocated his head.
We don't talk about that. Not around the kids.
I think this is where Grandpa and Grandma made Dad and Mom.
Oh boy, that old TV.
Oh, I had that TV.
Really? An older one?
Yeah,
I guess?
my grandma and grandpa liked a lot of like retro TVs. I even had this like, we had this like almost like, it was before like giant like 4K monitors or anything like that. It was like literally like a 60-inch like giant CRT box. And I don't know how I'm still alive, but it fell on me one time and it was the funniest fucking thing.
It fell on me. I turned out okay.
Yeah.
Carpeted bathroom. It's just got the sink right here. I think usually what you do, Bella, is if it goes up to like the shower or the toilet, that's about what we call it for carpeted bathroom. Okay.
Yeah, because they definitely know where to end the carpet.
Oh! Well, that's a meme right there, though. The different carpet touching situation. It's weird, but don't worry. Once again, random.
I know
redeem.
I just wonder, did this house always? Did they like spruce this up to like be like, I want to change the carpet color? You know, let's do it. I always like to know the history of the houses. If it's this, it's not the wackiest, but it's got charm.
The wallpaper is staying consistent too. I kind of want, they had to have done some touch-ups at some point, but it's interesting. They seem to have stuff specifically of the era, unless they just happen to know a guy who knows how to
Maybe
get the
they
fuck
just
up
really
carpet.
like this era. Best time of their lives, and they just kept, oh my
Oh,
god.
Cookie Monster Blue. Also,
This is child's room. This
that
has to be a
pink-
child's room.
Wow. That pairs nicely. Huh.
Baby blue. I'm going to guess they had like 2 girls, because this is a lot of pink.
Maybe. How many? It says 5 beds, 3 baths. Interesting. Okay. Etc. Okay. Definitely not Snoopy.
Are these couch beds?
I don't know if they fold out. They look kind of weird. They look like they're...
They kind of give the impression that they fold out. Like, it almost feels like there's a comforter on top of it.
Yeah, it's like it looks like it's one big... How do I describe this? It looks
It's like
strange.
a futon couch
Yeah,
block.
it looks really strange. Like, I expect to sit on this and it feels like it's just one big cushion. But daybed converted to a couch? Curious.
Oh yeah, quilts over it. Yeah, a lot of older people liked putting quilts on a lot of stuff.
I'm gonna do Michael's redeem for this.
Oh wait, is that the lady?
Do what?
She's, if you look in the mirror, that's her.
Shit! That's a cryptid. Good eye. Wow, hang on a second.
It took me a little bit. I was like, wait, that's the lady.
That's absolutely a redeem. That's a cryptid.
Well, I helped you guys possibly get to a bingo.
Wow. Usually folks in chat like spot humans the nanosecond I pull up a new image. Like somebody will say, oh, bottom left corner, those pixels, I can see a finger. And I'll be like, you're full of shit. How'd you see that? Wow. Nice flash.
Oh wait, I just realized the light is a basketball hoop.
Oh. I didn't even get to that. What the? I was too entranced by the weird plaid over here.
Yeah, I think the reason people didn't notice is because there's literally like 7 different textures like going on in this room, so you're focusing on different things. This definitely had to be like a boy's room, like a boy that was really into like NBA, like 80s basketball or 70s basketball or something like that. This screams like we had like 2 girls and a boy, like 3 kids, and we have to separate their rooms.
Definitely.
Oh, they have a den.
Are we basement? Are we yes, basement bound. Okay. Anything fucked up in the basement?
I think that's just jars. That's probably just like Christmas, Halloween stuff. Why do they have like 4 irons?
I was noticing the irons. I think this is like a hard egg boiler.
I think it's a popcorn kernel, like a popcorn maker.
Probably popcorn, actually. Yeah, that's probably about right. But I'm used to the fucked up stuff in the basement. I guess they hid their skeletons.
We could introspect here.
Let me see.
I think it's just a lot of tools, though. What's on the ceiling?
They're jars.
Is like maybe the husband or wife like maybe used to like pickling?
I mean, I think this is what they did for parts management. Like they'd glue. Yeah, they just got their screws and shit here.
Oh, that's nails. Yeah.
Wow. I mean, usually
you won't really ever lose your stuff if you just know it's like
the
ceiling.
Wow. I mean, I figure you just go for a bunch of weird small little drawers in front of you. Okay.
But you lose it, and then you buy more, and then you don't need them.
I'm just thinking of if I had these, I know I would fumble and accidentally break one of these eventually. Maybe that's why there's so many that are empty over here. Trying to screw it back up. I'm like, fuck.
They're both wheelchairs. Okay. They've gotten old together. Oh, that's a nice driveway.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, does he own a motorcycle?
Maybe the person doing the photos? Actually, I guess that is. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a motorcycle.
Okay.
He still wants his young life with it. I just imagine like an 85-year-old man on this moped.
Boy, howdy.
This is definitely like a house they bought and then just stayed in. They've lived here.
Original owners for sure. Huh. Okay.
It's very quaint. I'm just wondering because it's like, obviously there's some stuff you do have to update every once in a while, like obviously HVAC and maybe some stuff. Yeah, but there's so much of the original house maintained.
Oh yeah, like these units, they're relatively modern-ish. Windows are probably the original. Roof, can't really get a good look at it, but whatever.
Well, where was this house built in?
We're in Stockton, Missouri. Hang on, last few photos here.
Because I was like, depending on where it was, it might not be the original because, hurricane zone or anything like that.
The roof looks pretty decent. So they might have replaced it at some point. It doesn't have weird discolorations and stains from water.
Ooh, did they get like a drone for this?
Oh yeah, they love using drones for photos. Drones. I'm sorry. Huh. Let me see here.
It seems like it's not that big of a neighborhood either.
Wow. And an acre of dirt. Wow. 1971.
All right, I was right. Early 70s.
Stockton brings serious personality. That's fair.
It does have a lot of charm. The one thing I always hate to see is when somebody like, if you personally buy a house and you want to touch it up, that's fine. But mainly like the people who say like, oh yeah, this old charm, this like 1970s, 1960s charm, I'm going to gut it to the minimalism 2020s. There's not going to be a piece of soul left in this. And I literally want to shake them so bad.
Need some neutral grays and whites. It's lovely. The most boring
screaming.
Aesthetic.
Oh my God, that price hike.
Yeah, this is usually the logic they use for this is kind of weird, so it's not always the best. Okay. Yeah, because I think usually they base these off of like nearby prices, and if it ever hops on the market, like this place, because of the condition it's in, it's going to be more expensive. So their neighbors could be real, shit houses probably. So.
Yeah, so if this one was actually maintained well, then that's definitely why it's still good.
Stockton has
because we didn't see like anything like broken, nothing too bad.
Yeah, this is a small town, 1,700. Ooh.
Damn.
Okay.
They were 4 lifers. To be fair, when we saw the drone picture, there was like no houses at all.
Yeah, it looked great. Okay. Let me see here. Okay. Well, maybe something. Actually, I don't know how to lead into this next house, so I'm just going to say, let's look at a different house. There we go. Wow, showmanship.
So is that the entrance to the house?
Well, there's a door, yeah. Probably. Could be. It might be.
It like reminds me of almost like because there's another house right next to it, right? It reminds me almost like this is like the graveyard entrance to the house. You go down here and you go under a tunnel and to the right of the actual.
Which door are you thinking of? This guy? Are you thinking this guy?
I feel like left is the entrance and right's the exit.
I think you're right. Ooh, boy. Look at that parking. Wow.
Oh, this is a shed for a house. Okay.
It's a palatial
like
estate.
the house's pet dog.
Mm-hmm. Look, some people, I know some folks who like houses with a bit of a small footprint. This has charm. Okay. Ooh, sandstone.
Are you sure somebody didn't like repurpose their shed?
I don't know. It could have just been a normal house. I mean, not everybody.
If this is over like if this is over like 60,000, I'm gonna be mad.
Well, be mad. 70,000.
Which is gonna be just over it.
So, interior. Okay, it may be.
Like a frat boy room.
No, we got pumps. I think it's a pump. We got something. There's also you can't walk over here either. Huh. Well, let's take a better look, I suppose. Oh, what do you say? Can I read this from this angle? I have to do something freaky with my neck.
1991.
Oh, that's not too old. Omaha, Nebraska is where we are. Ottawa, Tennessee.
For Nebraska, 70K?
Ooh. Well, it's because you get this serious hardware with it, right?
Yeah, you get a crack shed. A fancy crack shed. It has a TV.
Is this a
former... TV, that's why it's 70K.
Is this a former pump house? Well, Lilac. Former, you say? It's still got the pump, baby. This is this going to be one of those dual income houses or something? Not dual income. Ooh, there's the HVAC. Look at that airflow.
It doesn't even look like it works. It looks very old.
What is that?
Like a safe?
Okay, it's not CCTV. That's just a
poster.
I guess. Weird. Okay.
The thing is, though, why would you place the? Oh wait, it's a chair. So he has like basically like a little bar stool pump because like the TV's across from the chair.
Yeah, this is your fine.
You can't even watch it in bed.
Ooh, cold beer.
Oh my god, let's go.
Shit,
I
yeah.
hope there's an open picture of the fridge.
Oh man. Okay, so that's mirror. What is this though? Is it like? Oh, wait. This is the backside of the house. The well house. I wonder why they call it that. Huh. Okay.
3 house. I don't know what the last word is. 3 house power or something? I don't know.
3 house.
I'm googling that.
3 house power is what it looks like to me. Could be 3 house power. 3 phase power. 3 phases. Wow. Man, I wish. What is this? It's got to be something specific to the pump and the machinery. I feel it's encased by stone. You can't get in there, and yet it is enclosed by the perimeter of the house. So it's just like, what are you hiding there?
I wonder if this is legitimately like, because I searched up that number and it brings like almost like a town like main thing, which you can lease for $1,200 a month. But I wonder if this was just maybe this town's like old just housing, or like it was used for something else and they were like, look, it's not being done anything. Maybe we could repurpose it into like almost like not an apartment, but like something.
I wonder if that's still functional, and if it is, how loud is it? You can't turn it off. I'm sorry. You're going to go deaf within a few days. But the value at 70,000
for 70K.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, of course it's
tons of character. Same. Okay. Industrial cool vibe?
I mean, it is industrial.
Oh my god. Looking for something totally.
What's an OPPD house? What is that?
OPPD? Want to start fresh?
Oh, Omaha Public Power District.
Oh.
They provide electricity service to a large area in Nebraska.
Huh.
So was this just like an electrician shack, or like they just had? So it was by the township.
Looks like they're also. Let me see. No nosing. Yeah, they're looking to sell it to maybe somebody who's going to knock it down. So it's definitely not functional. And I don't know.
For 70K.
I got to say, it's going to be unfortunate. You cut this place down, you're going to lose all that revenue from a potential gift shop, because people are going to want to come and see, the, what was this place called again? The powerhouse, the 3-phase power?
I feel like if you cut this down, there's going to be dirty water in this town for like the next 4 months. There's probably like a main water pipe.
No bathroom. I mean, I know we didn't see a bathroom. Of course, so that's no surprise. I'm also kind of like, what would you do if you lived here? And for some reason, I don't know, you needed to use a bathroom. I don't know why anybody would.
You build a bathroom or you knock on your neighbor's house and go, "Hi, neighbor, instead of a cup of sugar, can I use your shitter?"
I guess. Wow. Okay. Let me tuck this guy aside. Okay. What am I feeling for the next one? Oh, straight pissing into the well. You'll get a citation for that. You better not.
How you gonna get a citation if nobody knows? You own the house. It's your property.
Fair point. Okay, got that guy. What was this one? Oh, right, I could table this one. Okay. All right, and
ooh, nice open space.
This is in
Oh, it's got a little lake behind it.
Thurman, Iowa.
Okay, this gives Iowa vibes.
Okay.
I'm gonna guess like 200K at least.
Maybe a little up. Maybe a little higher.
How many acres is it?
I don't know. We'll have to see on the listing. It doesn't print that for me. I will say it probably is a fair amount of acreage, judging by the price.
Yeah, it's got to be at least like maybe like 10.
Okay.
So you get a double? Huh.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you're buying the land, then you get everything. That looks like a sizable shed, not gonna lie.
That's a good size home. Looking good.
Well, we have to think. Okay, I was gonna say, is that the home or is the other one the home?
Well, this is, of course, the home. Of course. Nobody turned this into a home. That'd be silly, okay? Okay. Wow. Interesting.
Why does this feel like you could like buy this from like Home Depot?
One of the pre-constructed houses in the parking lot.
Now. You can just buy a mini house.
This is a little bit of a weird thing, but I gotta say it's kind of strange how they just got the little corner piece. Maybe it's to give some contrast. Weird. Because it's just this one strip that's blue here.
Could have just been weird building.
Maybe it's strange.
We made one of them blue.
Oh no.
No, it works. No, it's the same for all sides.
Oh yeah. Well,
this gives a very bachelor pad. I'm not mad at this.
It's barncore. Yes, sir.
The roof kind of scares me though.
Little mild tetanus vibes.
No, it just looks like it's going to fall.
It might. Oh boy. So, something I find funny here, it's a patchwork of corrugated metal. It's not full sheets that are end to end to end. I'm seeing little spluts that they glued up here.
Yeah.
So.
That's a lot of deer. Holy shit.
Fair amount. Okay.
Well, I have to wonder, is it like, did the owner like hunt them or did they buy them?
I wonder if they're hiding the ventilation, the line for the extraction hood in the wall. They might not. Okay.
They got a nice, I don't know if that's a spice rack or not. I'd be like, for Nebraska, that's probably a lot more flavor than anything in the rest of the state.
Just kind of throwing whatever up there. Oh my god, their oils. They might have something up there. Maybe pepper's too spicy for them, you know?
I'm getting white pepper because black pepper's too spicy.
Ooh. Paprika, too hot.
Cinnamon, gives too much flavor.
Wow. Interesting mismatch of colors and textures.
Wait, the dinner table's like literally just a chunk of tree. That's actually a nice detail.
Just like the pump house. Exact same thing, you know? This is the through line that I've been planning, of course.
Okay, well at least the kitchen stuff's very modern. That's a modern stove, modern fridge.
Kind of surprising. I wonder how old this place is.
I'm gonna guess it's definitely like a 2010s built at the earliest.
Yeah. Listing says 2019. Spoilers. Okay.
I feel like that TV's too far up. I feel like you have to slouch to properly appreciate you watching a game.
TV too high. Yeah. Hang on a second.
Unless like you're just like tiny, because then it's just, well, nah. To be fair, when you're like really tired, like if this guy like works with like woods or like metals or maybe just hunting, if you're tired after like a 12-hour shift, you're slouching anyway, so it might be good.
I gotta say, I like the low angle because it won't be hitting glare from this window.
Hold up, is that a person in the reflection of the TV? Maybe not. I was thinking the green was.
I think we're
the little
safe,
green
maybe.
splotch in the corner.
We might be safe for now. Ooh, piano. Didn't even see that fella.
TV Too High subreddit.
Okay.
Do you think this would be on male living spaces?
It's a little too decorated, I think. I mean, I know there's a weird arrangement.
He had one girlfriend who raised the bar, and then that's it. He hasn't changed
She took him to Costco once and insisted that he buy wall art, so he just got, you know, some generic shit, put it up in like.
Oh, there's a sewing machine.
Oh,
that's an old ass singer.
Yeah.
Yeah, my grandma owns one of those.
Ooh, really?
I have it in the other room, but it's like dilapidated and old. But like, there's literally like, it literally has like the 1940s like pump that would kill a child. And she always was. The funniest thing is that's from the old house too. We didn't get the nice fancy plastic furniture, but she got the rusted singer.
Look, if you have the threat of losing fingers, that'll help you get real good, okay?
Yeah, it literally has that like
fear of
like almost
danger.
like spike in the middle.
Fear is what's the word? Fear is the best motivator, teacher? I don't know. Okay. Wow.
So I'm guessing the upstairs is to like the master bed or the guest rooms?
Let's see. Oh, it continues. Ooh.
Okay, is that like a sub kitchen or a bathroom? I feel like no, it looks like stuff's being worked on there. Like it looks like the floor's out of place in the room to the left.
Let me see here. The left.
Yeah.
That's the bathroom, I think.
Yeah, but it looks like floorboards are out of place or something. Like he's working on it.
I think that's. Oh,
Or
that's
that
actually
might just be like a towel.
That's actually just like a track door covering the sink, plumbing and stuff. They just got it open for some reason, I think. Showing off the pipes.
Oh, the carpet. We're going to carpet now?
Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Well, we got the neutral browns, not the neutral grays at least. Okay. The kiddos.
Okay,
room.
this is a family house then.
Okay, utility room. Sure. Ugh, the bathroom.
Small bathroom.
Weird. Toilet paper's okay. Maybe the lens is messing with us here. Okay. Bathroom. Shower.
Oh, okay. I was like, what's with the different tile? Like, is it like it goes back to like almost kitchen-esque, but that's the shower. So
even the corrugation above the shower. Gosh, I wonder how much of a seal there is here.
I'm guessing. Well, at best case scenario, this guy maybe built it himself, so he's resealing it.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, hope they have good homeowners insurance. Caulk for days, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay. What is this? Okay, big closet. Okay.
Is this like a master bedroom?
I
Maybe?
thought it was, but I think it's just like not a guest.
No, this has to be like guest ones or maybe kids ones because they're still upstairs. We're still on the first floor. Lots of bathrooms though. Good for them.
Oh yeah. The ring light. There you go. Okay.
Is that a sit-down shower?
It looks like they have a little place for putting like your bottles of what have you, or maybe sitting. Dueling showers.
Yeah.
Okay.
You and your bestie holding hands in the shower.
Oh wait, so they got the shower head here, and also the two rainfall ones. Oh my goodness. A lot of water.
mean, maybe they just don't have good water pressure, so they're like, just put 4 shower heads.
It's kind of like the drill quote of like balancing my budget. My economy is dying or whatever.
All right, kids, we gotta save money on water. Everybody get in the shower.
Why am I getting
There's
so little
4 of
pressure
them.
in here? If I just add another shower head, it's getting worse. I don't understand.
Okay, they are little side things. I was like, usually when it's like built like that, it's either like a sit down thing or it's like a little stuff for your things.
The decontamination cube. They need to have some from the lower angle. They never plan these things properly. Okay.
Wait, so they have 2 laundry rooms?
Looks to be, yeah. How big is this? I guess this is a pretty sizable house.
How many people live in this if you need 2? I mean,
Maybe one is for the farm clothes that get super, super dirty, you know?
I gotta put it on the stereotype here. This is like maybe like a white family of 9 because they have like almost like the basement white fridge. So I just know there's like Coke cans in there.
I can see it. I just
know the beer's there, the soda's there.
Totally.
All the like not main fridge things. It's 2 of them too.
Oh wow.
So I think maybe one's like a meat one.
Oh, we keep all the good sodas out in the garage fridge, of course. Okay,
we're on the 2nd floor now.
I see. No carpet or anything. This is the subflooring right here. Okay. Anything...
Wait, was that like a bird?
Which one?
That's like a toucan.
This guy? Yeah.
Yeah, I just noticed that. I was like, it blended in.
He lost that game of Duck Hunt. He ain't getting away.
No.
Duck, goose? I don't know. I don't know my birds. Okay.
Are these like workrooms? They seem more sterile.
Strange. This is almost like a picnic table set up for kiddos almost. Oh! We got a... No. Mouse, don't do that. Hang on. Can I... Okay. I'm just perceiving. I'm snooping. Also, I gotta say, the doorways, I'm kind of tickled by the fact that they're almost shaped like a ding-dang Tory gate. Yes, sir.
It reminds me almost like to like a Western bar. Like they almost have like the little not the sliding, the little folding things like they would push in and out. Like old Western type things. They give that feel.
Oh yeah, I totally got you. Okay. Gamer chair.
Okay, gamer chair.
Yes. Okay, well.
All right.
Is there an anime over here? Is there a video game? There's got to be a Naruto, right? There's always one. I see
I wonder if that thing in the corner is JoJo's. In the like bottom right, it looked like 2 people. I was like, is that Diego or Jordan? But no, not every blonde kid.
I definitely thought it was for a second. I was like, wait a minute. I'm a little upset. It's kind of like, well.
So one kid's an artist then. Maybe this is all their stuff. A gamer who does artistic stuff and pumps iron because there was like little just gym stuff in there.
I guess they have the gamer chair, but no gaming paraphernalia. They do have the 2 monitors. Okay.
I think one's a TV.
Fair point.
One's a TV screen and one's the monitor screen.
Okay. Another ring light, actually.
Wait, what is that? What's the... I hate kids.
Solid.
Me too.
Solid. Hang on, I gotta screenshot this.
Oh, I forget what that character's from. I think it's from like a Disney Channel show. I think it's probably... This kid's like Gen Z memes.
Oh, absolutely. There's something written there, but it's too deep fried. This guy beneath it, isn't that like a SpongeBob
Oh, that's
thing?
Plankton. That's Plankton.
I've seen
Plankton with his ass out. His cake. His booty cheeks are out.
Oh, is it? Oh.
Oh wait, I think that's the John Lennon like meme right there, where he has the extended legs or whatever. What is it, John Lennon? It's like one of the Beatles guys, I think, or was it?
I know what you're talking about. I don't think that's it. I think they're sitting cross-legged.
No,
there.
I don't know American celebrities, so I'm just saying the first celebrity that comes to mind.
That's fair. That's fair. There's not too many of them past that, honestly. It's a pretty safe bet. Let me see here.
Is that Plankton with his ass out? Yes, sir. Oh my god. Okay, I think this child's a little bit mentally ill. That's a lot of plushies.
So actually, they just like collecting plushies. What's the big deal? So I thought this was.
I see it.
So they got their music stuff in here. This is the other
wait,
kids'
no.
room.
This is a girl lesbian chaperone.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I wasn't gonna say it, but I was thinking that honestly.
This is a Gen Z lesbian.
I was like, oh, I see. Huh. And Queen and Garfield. Ooh yeah.
Oh, I just know they're on Tumblr. I just know they're still on Tumblr.
I'm cropping the Garfield. There he is.
Oh, they also have like Gumball and other stuff. And there's Eric Cartman from South Park on there.
Interesting. Okay. Okay. Sure.
This might just be a spare bedroom.
Yeah, it looks like it. Gosh. I mean, you mentioned the whole thing of like a family with 9 kiddos. That's more.
I legitimately think this is just a big, like maybe like farm family.
Those check boxes, they're filling up real damn fast.
It's a pretty nice house for like how awkwardly shed looking it looks from the outside. Like from the outside, I would think like, okay, you know, put a lot of cars in or anything like that. But this is like they just have a whole area. Maybe Dad's like a hunter mechanic type thing. Probably. Like it has to be like blue collar like Dad kind of thing.
They got their crossbow in the corner here. They probably just collect the stuff.
Not to be used at all.
Oh yeah, I know the type. Even the folks who live out here, they don't really go hunting, and they just kind of like buy up some heads and things if they get the chance. Why is there a really dire looking cross over here? Huh. That's kind of spooky. Got antlers on it and a hard hat. All right. Okay.
Yeah, this has to be like welder or something, because there's like too much stuff in here that indicates otherwise.
Let me see here. Thurman, Iowa. So the price, expensive. It is also, okay, it's also 38 acres.
Oh, it's 37 acres, that's why.
Yeah, 1.1 million. Oh my God.
For Iowa?
That's a lot of Iowan dirt.
I mean, I would expect at least like still 700K for the amount of land.
Hang on. Accidentally clicked weird shit. Hang on. Is this it? Yes. Okay. I was afraid it did a Google and it was going to say, oh, your zip code? Here you go. So I was like, whoop. Okay.
Move these.
Okay. Show more. What do you have?
Just 30 minutes from the metro area, so that's not actually that bad.
24-hour cellular surveillance cameras.
Cool. Wait, this area is always being monitored, or you have access to it?
It's equipped with them, so you could have, you could watch critters, or you could watch people.
I feel like they could go into a really weird, oh God, what was that one horror movie? I'm not sure if you watch horror movies, Geop. It was like big in the 2000s. I think it was called like The Strangers.
Oh,
yeah, like, you could do a Strangers type shit, like where it's Airbnb, you're just watching them on the camera.
That was like one of the last movies that, actually not the last, but it's like I've really fell off movies, and that was toward the end of it. I remember my brother and I going to it. It had a good start.
It had a sequel, and apparently it's not that good. But it took like 10 years to make the sequel or something.
That's usually how it goes with these movies, I guess. Let's try the same thing again. Surely it'll work better this time, right? HOA, Thurman. Okay. Noted. Huh.
Oh, damn. Just seeing those prices just like go like so up on that little chart, because I just saw the arrow. Whoo!
Thank you for the bits, Bella. Thank you for the sound. Thought I kicked a cable. Huh. Okay. Well, let me see here. Let me touch.
It's not a bad house. It's just overpriced. But I think any house on here is going to be overpriced.
Oh, yeah. How long has this been on the market?
Well, no, except for the 70s one. The 70s one was accurately priced. That, I feel, is like a $400,000 house.
Yeah, this one's been on the market for like about 2 weeks. They just got there. Okay. Let me see here. Do I want to look at this guy? Probably not. Okay. Hang on a second. Okay. You know what? Let me change out the houses. 1 second.
We're mixing it up.
Yeah. I was looking at the time. I'm like, I could probably just pull up the final gaggle I had, because there's some that are longer we could pick through. I have to bring them up in batches, because otherwise the internet browser's kind of like, I'm out of memory. I'm sorry. Okay. And is this what I want to start with? No, not you. Now I'm just getting picky. Oh. Hey, I got an idea.
The swinger home with the furnished basement. Was there a lot of pineapples in the house?
Swinger house, the furnished basement. There's so many of those.
Do you often see the pineapple motifs in swingers' houses?
I've seen that once. And I
feel like maybe it was just like an older swingers things, like maybe the 60s or something. Because usually a lot of people bring up the pineapple thing.
Because I'd not thought of that in a long time. And I remember looking at a house, I showed a friend, and they were laughing about it. And they said, oh, the pineapples, they were cackling. And I kind of stayed quiet, and I sat there for a minute. I was like, wait a second. Oh. It's like the
Fun
writing
fact,
the writing was already on the wall there, so it wasn't.
I went on a cruise with my grandma for the first time, like I think it was like a year ago at this point. One of our neighbors had a bunch of pineapples on their room. I was like, oh my god, the elderly are getting it on.
Did it lead to some? I'm just trying to think of people saying, "Wow, you sure like that fruit? Tastes fantastic." Yeah, sure, exactly. Totally. Let me see here.
Wait, is this like a refurbished like silo?
Could be. It says pool? Alberta pool? I don't think there's pool here, but
yeah, I think it says Alberta pool.
Alberta. It is Alberta. Wow.
Harrington.
Hell yeah.
Red spy in the base. It does give like a TF2 map.
God, this is one of the few maps I remember from that game. I kind of get the vibes.
It honestly does. You just need a giant like bridge across and like some more like open spaces on the upper levels, and it literally is that. Oh, there's a small side door.
Oh yeah.
And I guess like a garage drive-in front?
1 second. That is actually a redeem. That is like a barn door. Technically. I'll mark that off.
Oh. Is this a fixer-upper?
It's got stuff. It's got house bones. There's some stuff that's okay. A little bit of water damage.
It's got a structure. It's better than nothing.
It's the bones. You can see the bones, clear as day. Oh, wow. Very curious. Okay, so I think we got some machinist shop stuff sprinkled throughout here. So,
Oh, I wish we could like zoom into that sign. I wonder what it says, but I think it's gonna be too blurry.
yeah, probably. Yeah. Too
This is
deep
like the
fried.
one good use of AI, just saying like, can you waifu 2x this?
Could you tell me what this
See if
says,
it like
please?
gets the letters. A little calendar,
Huh. Interesting.
maybe. It's like out of whack. Why is it like 1, 2, and then it's like squares? I thought it was a calendar, but I guess not.
Curious.
One says bar times 20.
I'm guessing
No,
it's probably
that.
not. It's probably not a calendar, but I don't know what it is out of context because some of these are like, you know, half wide. Something for shift.
I'm
work,
wondering
maybe?
if it's maybe like maybe thinking of floor plans kind of thing. Because I'm thinking of that one that's on 26 and it just says like bar and then has like a few little like
Yeah.
squares.
Some X's gouged in these. Strange. Track wagon hopper at the bottom. Yeah, down here. Guard
your elevator.
Oh, against what? I gotta know.
Oh, it's too small.
I gotta know. What could I guard my elevator? You know what, folks?
So this is like old stuff.
You know what I think, folks? I think that's a goblin door. That's an itty bitty door for a creature. So I think we have a I guess.
Did you find like enough like old house hotel stuff that had the little like doors like that?
Oh yeah. Anytime there's like a door that's too small for a human, we just call it a goblin door. Although I don't know what aspect of goblin this is.
I'm just oh, children aren't human now.
Oh yeah, totally. There's nothing else that
goblin.
can fit inside there, you know? Well, don't want to trust that elevator. The core goblin. Is this a good...
Is it like I hope there's stairs to get up. I was like, if that's your only way to get up.
Okay, well there's
Okay, good.
there's
There
some
are
ladders.
ladders.
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, the silo. Oh boy.
Okay, I was right. It's like I think it's legitimately just a silo, like a work silo. Maybe you're just buying the land for here and the silo comes with it.
Ooh. Very interesting. It's super cool. There's like this. God, I've never seen one of these
It
made
reminds
entirely
me of like
wood.
an Outlast thing.
No night vision sort of thing going on here, though. We think of different Atlas? Probably.
I'm thinking Outlast the game. Like it's giving like if this was like dead of night.
Oh yeah.
And you were like in this like in cramped space and some guy was gonna jump scare you.
I was always thinking of that game through the lens of like night vision. Let me see. I've seen the first one, the expansion. I watched somebody play through those. It was interesting. I never tried this.
I bought the Outlast Trials. It's actually really fun. I thought it would be just kind of like a wash Dead by Daylight type stuff, but it's actually very intricate. You still do see a lot of balls and wieners.
So I was about to say that. I was like, I remember people being naked through the first one. I was like, does that continue? Are they like a pants-free environment?
That's like an Outlast tradition. Somebody gets their wiener chopped off. You're somehow always naked and afraid. But like the good thing is like, I guess the dev team implemented like, oh, we kind of want this to maybe be somewhat of a streamer bait game. So we're going to put a nudity filter. But, like, the filter doesn't do anything. It just basically puts, like, a small blur so you can still tell it's, like, just a penis.
I like what Lethal Company did with people who have arachnophobia fears, like, for swapping things out. It's not like a streamer thing, but it's like if you have arachnophobia, it will replace the spiders in that with just the word spider in 3D text, and it has little
Grounded
pincers.
does that too. They have like a spider slider, I think, and it can make the spiders like look goofier. And at the highest setting, I think the spider is like literally just like a round orb.
Nice. Satisfactory throws in a kitten JPEG.
I didn't even know there was spiders in Satisfactory.
Let me see. So, curious. Are these just like little funnels around the side in case you get spillover, I guess?
Yeah, maybe for the grain or something? Oh wow, the actual bachelor pad. Ooh, that's an old school TV. I remember playing Kingdom Hearts 2 on that. I actually had that TV too. That was in my room until like 2012.
It's an old flat screen. Don't those things weigh like, these are still the
they're
super
very
heavy.
back heavy.
Yeah.
They're very back heavy.
Let me see.
They're really quality TVs though. They never like blinked out on me or anything. You kind of had that set for life if you had that type of TV.
My brother had a very big one of these that he got for his first job. Like it was really big. He was very particular about getting a high quality one, but it was really, really, really goddamn heavy. And when he moved out, like a number of years after the technology was in its prime, he left it behind, which is kind of like whoever can take it, they can keep it, because it was up on the 3rd story, and it was like, I can't remember.
Oh, that's an old ass computer.
I want to say it was 200 pounds.
Could it run Doom?
Oh wow.
Can it run Doom?
Probably, right? Yeah, definitely.
And you have the microwave next to it. I'm just imagining, like,
that's for
imagine
snacks.
it's like 2002 or something, and you're still on AOL dial.
Boy, howdy. Man, I love the microwave right next to that.
It's so tiny.
Prime a Hot Pocket territory. That's like circa 98 PC. And then it still works. Ooh. Well, there's the master bath. A lot of outhouses tonight, I gotta say. Huh. Okay. And basement? Okay.
Is this the... No, I was gonna say it's not the other shed, because there's like a small other shed besides the green elevator type area.
Yeah, I don't know if we've seen the inside of that, actually.
That's probably later. I think this is still the main building.
Is this from
just all the electrical?
Is this from a Mennonite compound? Oh, I don't know. All I know is that we're in Granham, Alberta. That's all I know. How's the Mennonite population up there?
Mennonites are the ones that seldom use technology, right? They're not like Amish.
I'm kind of fuzzy on the distinction at this point, honestly.
Because Amish, I think, don't use any technology, and I think Mennonites like use it sparingly. They still don't want to often, but I think they use it more. Because like Amish are like, if you use technology, we're like kicking you out culturally.
Yeah.
Except on Rumspringa.
Oh yeah.
Typically not for luxury. Okay, so for advancement, not for like everyday use. All right, I was right.
Let me see here. So this place is 200,000 Canadian. It just comes with this. How much?
So a Domino's pizza in American.
Boy howdy.
Large Domino's pizza.
Massive fir beams. I gotta say, the carpentry was super cool in there. Okay. 1.1
199,000.
Make it part of your family.
Make it part of your family legacy for generations.
Oh boy. I can buy this up with my 9 children from that last house and get them to work in the fields. That's why we got get the big family going. You need more hands. That's how it works.
Give this to your child you like the least in your will out of the 9 children.
Capacity of 117,600 bushels. It's all about keeping life as simple as possible and tech makes life complicated, so tech will be used only as necessary, like needing a phone to interact with the outside.
I'm guessing like for emergency situations or etc.
Interesting. Anything else here, I wonder?
Oh, that's a nice map this time.
Ooh, they got actual satellite photos. Oh, I guess because we were zoomed in. Let me see now. Where is this in Alberta?
Oh, it's kind of middle of nowhere.
Southeast of Calgary. Okay. Gotcha.
So that's probably like, I'm going to guess like 30 minutes to an hour out.
I was
out where?
Close. They're Hutterites. Okay, I've heard of...
6 out of 10. It's impossible to walk there.
I've never heard of Hutterites in my life. Hang on a second here. Yeah, 6 out of 10. That's farmland. You ain't walking anywhere out there, you know?
I mean, you can walk anywhere. You just have to have enough power.
I suppose.
And endurance and stamina.
Pioneer stuff.
Mental fortitude.
So let me see here. Got a little over an hour, so let me see here. Which of these should I prioritize? Hang on. Protection from the cows. The cows will always find you. You can't escape them. Extremely walkable.
You just gotta hope you have the nice cows and not the evil cows.
Oh, the Brahma bulls. Them boys are bad.
I found out apparently there's like a farm, like not near me, but they have like the Highland cows, like those really fluffy, like brownish ones, the brownish red ones. They have like a petting zoo of them and I really want to go. Even though I know it's probably not going to be worth it.
Never know. It might be fine.
Yeah, but it's like farmland. Like, I remember back in the day, like my elementary school is very like keen on enrichment, I guess. Like in the sense of like, oh, we want to make sure kids kind of know what they want to do when they're older. Like when they're young.
Okay.
So we had like at least 2 or 3 field trips, like 2 different types of farms. Like, oh, do you want to be anything regarding like cattle, dairy, or anything more like that? And I think it was just probably because it was cheap. Because they were like, oh, can we go to the farm? Yeah, sure. Can we pet a goat? Yeah, if the goat doesn't kill you, sure.
You want to work? Kids want to work those 16-hour days. It's great. It whips ass.
Yeah, I still remember there was one kid who like was basically taunting this one goat, and this one goat like headbutted him so bad he had to stay on the bus for the whole fucking time.
Let's see. I'm just eyeballing the houses to go to. Okay. I think we try these and see where we land. Okay. Also, hey Al, how you doing, dude? Let me see here. Is there a vibe I'm feeling here? Ooh, wow. Maybe? Hang on, Hess. I'm a little indecisive.
You're good.
Let me see here.
That was my first time ever like seeing Zillow houses like this, so I'm interested in everything. Because most of the time, whenever I look at like Zillow houses, it's just when me and my grandma get into an argument, I'm like, I'm gonna move out, and then I look at Zillow and go, I can't afford this, and then I stay home because it's free.
You're like, man, I could move out to Alberta, like the Mennonites are doing.
This looks like a space station, like something you'd see for like you have a telescope.
Oh yeah, this is interesting. It's expensive and interesting.
Pool?
A little bit. So let me see. As a teacher,
pools are so hard to maintain. People don't know how much it takes to like keep a pool like together, because once you fuck it up, it takes so much money to get it back. Like the amount of like, I think like it takes like $1,000 or $2,000 of shock. What is their smiley face? That
wasn't a bit. I just noticed that.
Are they trying to contact aliens?
I don't know. I don't know if the aliens would actually be able to make heads or tails of a smiley face.
Okay, they have to have like a drone picture of like where the smiley face is shown, because why are you going to show that smiley face and not see it from drone distance?
Yeah, I mean, you can kind of see it here, I guess. It's
like
not,
half.
It's not a helipad.
It's a very nice lake. Why would you have like a full ass lake and you go, yeah, actually fuck the lake. I want a pool. That's like counterintuitive.
Well, let me see here. Very interesting architecture, gotta say.
It looks like it's made out of clay, but I know it's not.
It's also interesting because anytime I've seen this material on the exterior of a house, usually there's been a lot of like black mold and leakage. This place is pretty pristine from what I remember. Blob.
Maybe it's just some like rich person's like they like the aesthetic. Maybe they watch like Star Wars or something where in the first episode they see Anakin in the fucking hut and they're like, I want that.
I love that. I love that Tatooine place.
It looks like styrofoam. Like I could bite into this.
I'm remembering there was, folks, you remember the mushroom houses? That's what I'm thinking of with this. There were several houses that people made in the style of like gigantic mushrooms, and this is kind of the same texture. I remember. They were it was really weird, really weird.
Like, I don't know why. It's just giving me like snow cone styrofoam. Like I feel like if you like had like a bit of color to it, like anything else, it wouldn't be as bad. But I feel like it's like, okay, it looks a little bit better like this because I guess it's, you know, inside versus outside.
I'm just really surprised by the fact there's no cracks or water leaking in. Because that just always
It might just
happens.
be like really thick.
It's actually
or like multiple layers.
Competently built for once, I guess. Oh, that's prime cat territory. They'll find a way. Okay. There's the kind of a conversation.
That's a nice
pit.
conversation
That counts,
put.
right?
Yeah, that counts.
Yeah.
Any sort of thing where it's like literally like a depression for any sort of kind of like social gathering, that is a conversation pit, no matter how small.
What is up with that fireplace, though?
That feels like if I was like 6 years old, I would get way too close to it when the fire is raging and I'd burn myself.
Oh yeah. That's the good old teachable moments. Love it. Wow. Boy, the view.
Oh, that's a nice view.
Where is this? Fairfield, Connecticut. Huh.
Connecticut's pretty nice to look at, to be honest. So
This part's especially nice to look at. Wow.
yeah, you have a whole like mountain range almost. Losers go into the fire. It's like a fighting like 3-round knockout. Whoever loses gets put into the fire.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So what?
I don't know why, but this is giving me almost like it's giving me early 2000s like Bay Area like. I don't know why I'm thinking Charlie's Angels, but it's giving me
Specifically
like,
the 2000s
like
Charlie
rich
Angels.
guy. Yeah, like it's giving me like almost like a like Silicon Valley bullshit. Yeah, like I don't know. I can't think of like anything realistic to what I'm thinking, but like almost like this is like a very rich guy. Like think like almost that butler from Totally Spies. If you've seen that cartoon, he's like, "Ladies, I need you to do something today." Like he's just a rich dude or something, and he has like a fuck off house.
I feel a lot of people swing for like Columbo villain house in a lot of these. This feels post Columbo, honestly. Oh my god. Ooh. Gunchcore?
I don't know if I like this. I feel like it's too much of it.
What on earth?
Like if the cabinets and like the stuff didn't have that, it would be good. Like the island having it, fine. But why is everything else with it?
It's so gross too. Oh my goodness.
I thought it was like rotted for a second.
So let me see. Gosh. Everything.
Yeah, like you can't even tell like what's like besides the little like knobs. Like where's the fridge? Where's the pantries? It's just all gunch.
I feel like the people who live here might have weird decor choices, maybe. Going on a
Clashing
limb.
aesthetics.
Pool. Finally.
Oh, nice pool table.
I gotta
An
say,
entertainment lounge.
we haven't had any foosball tables. I'm hoping that continues. If we don't have any foosball tables, it'll be the first stream ever that we've not seen them. They're so common, Hess. It's crazy.
Okay, this one looks normal.
Okay.
A very tiny little closet, though.
Yeah. The linens.
Just towel rack. See, the deeper we go into this house, the more normal it gets.
Yeah. It's getting away from the freaky street side part of it.
I feel like the front side is literally just meant to be like a talking piece almost. Like, why is your house like this?
The old show face. It's this is the opposite of a mullet. There's business in the front, party in the back. This is kind of the reversal of that, I guess. Huh. Wow, the bathrooms are pretty.
Ooh, that's nice.
Yeah, the bathrooms are pretty. Gambling table? Okay.
Yeah, I think that's for like blackjack.
Yeah.
For some reason, I immediately thought mahjong, even though I know it's not mahjong.
We've seen a mahjong table like
Is that
once,
another fire pit? I think that's another fire pit.
You think? I guess it's not the backside of that one from before, I guess. Yeah, there's no way around. Okay, yeah, this is just a different one, yeah. So there's the front door. Okay, so that's where this was. I was wondering where this situation was located. Cool.
Nice view again. Another... Where... Was there stairs, like, leading down somewhere?
relatively normal. Where the hell is this actually?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out because I think that like view we had last time didn't show like any stairs or anything.
Well, it's not ground floor, it looks like. Huh. Is that
Maybe
a bed?
it was like that thing off to the side. There was like a little extra like ball sort of thing on the side of the house. Maybe it was that.
The ball of the house. I see. Oh, the bathroom nook. Great. Okay. Huh. 2 of them? Sure. Oh, so this is top level. Aha!
Ooh.
Aha! I knew it. I knew
Little
we'd
light
have issues. Look at them crispies. Always.
We need resealings. Well, to be fair, this is like the only part of the house that's kind of fucked up with it.
Oh yeah, it's just I was sort of
That's
like I was like,
good.
this is a fucked up house shape. It has to have a flaw like that somewhere. Wow. Otherwise, it's kind of not perfect. It's relatively.
That one has a
flawless.
little bit in like the top, but yeah, most of the house is like structurally sound.
That's surprising, huh? Hang on a second.
Wait, is that a second pool?
This
I
is
think
the
that's
same
a
one
different
from
pool
before.
from the first one. Oh, okay, so it's the first one.
Yeah, we just didn't get a good angle on it because I thought it was peanut shaped. It's apparently not. It's oh, I don't know. It's something shaped. I don't know. Weird shape.
baby.
Sure.
Peanut shaped.
But what about the smiley? What the fuck? Seagull shaped. Sure, we'll go with that. Let's see. We got the gaze bow. Okay. Ooh. It's pretty well cared for. Looks nice.
Yeah. I wonder if this is no, this can't be like natural like foliage. They had to have put that in there.
Oh yeah, for sure. So this is
They did all those pictures and didn't focus on the smiley face at all.
New Fairfield, Connecticut.
1.5 mil.
23.5 acres. Let me see here.
Built in 1985. To be fair, if it is only a few of those cracks, despite being 85,
Yeah.
my theory of a guy really liking the Star Wars mud house is kind of coming true. He just got old enough to like have rich people money and goes, I want to make the mud house.
But he didn't get the color right. I don't know. People are weird. Star Castle. That's the name of it? Well, I mean, it's got star in the name. I think you may be right, Hess. Huh. Guest home.
Privacy,
Has
beauty, and architectural significance come together. Oh, I guess it's probably on Airbnb. I feel like, because it's like, schedule your visit today.
This was the Xanadu house guy? Xanadu house. Xanadu houses. What is this? Hang on.
I see.
Let me pull
A
this.
series of experimental homes built to showcase examples of computers and automation in the home in the United States.
Huh?
Began in 1979, and during the early 1980s, 3 houses were built in different parts of the United States. One in Kissimmee, Florida, Wisconsin Dells, Wisconsin, and Gatlinburg, Tennessee.
Interesting. Let me see. This last
They were
one.
popular tourist attractions in the 80s. Huh. Oh, easy, fast, and cost-effective construction. That's why it looks like that.
Oh. So is it based off the design? Because it's like, this one's not one of those 3 listed, right? This is fair. That's 85. Yeah, 80s.
Oh, the one in Kissimmee, Florida looks like, if you go a little bit down, it looks like a giant pumpkin.
Let me see here.
No, like more down.
Oh.
Yeah, see, it looks like a pumpkin from the side. Yeah.
Same architect.
It kind of, I don't know why. If you look at it from a distance, it almost looks like a Ghibli-esque thing / the Iron Giant. Like, I don't know why that little like thing at the top just reminds me of a head.
Yeah, I was
Like a
looking at that. I
robot
was
head.
like, was that the, wasn't there a Pixar game like something Hero 6 or something?
Big Hero 6?
Yes, I was looking at that. I'm like, isn't there a guy from that who's shaped like this?
Yeah, he's like a little like marshmallow guy. I've never actually watched Big Hero 6,
I haven't
so I don't know
either,
the name of him. All I know is he's in Kingdom Hearts.
Everybody gets in Kingdom Hearts eventually. Let me
Well,
see
not
here.
Final Fantasy characters anymore.
Gosh, so was there a development on that front? Something with the Final Fantasy characters? I'm a little out of the loop. I know they teased 4 the other day, but
Yeah, because another game got canceled.
Ah,
People were like
right, 'cause
basically
they-
being
yeah.
like, I'm gonna kill myself tomorrow. He's like, no.
because of how
Here,
they're
jingling keys,
they're
jingling keys.
reshuffling things. That's right.
Yeah.
We spent too much money on games that we were expecting to make $500 million on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
And Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah. Let me see. I mean, at least they've got the engine done, I guess. I don't know. I'm kind of surprised those didn't sell better.
Oh, I think somebody got a bingo.
Oh, that's the first one. We'll see if we can nudge into 5 bingos before the game restarts. Okay, let me see. Got about an hour. You want to take 5, Hess?
If you want to, yeah.
Sure. Let me bring up words just to jingle the keys.
Key time.
Okay. Now let's do like 5-ish. Okay, folks? And we'll be right back. And I'll mute my audio. You can mute yours, or you can talk to folks, I guess, if you want. Up to you, boss.
I'll just chill.
All right, I'll be right back.
Hi, guys. Yeah, I'm company. I've never actually put this, like, word game thing. It's just matching letters to this, right? Or words to letters. It's just Scrabble, basically. Oh. This kind of makes me want to play it, but I can't. I'm not chat today. I can't. I'm trying to think of like the words without typing it in. I've never been good at Scrabble. What about boggle? I don't even know what that is. What is that? Oh my god, I don't think I've ever seen that game. I think the only types of board games I've ever played are a Game of Life. I've played Monopoly, which, fun fact, that almost made my aunt and uncle get divorced. I was playing, and it was like when I was like 7 with them. My family's like very European, so I've never really played like any American games, like in terms of like board games. At least there's Final Fantasy characters in the Magic the Gathering at the very least, so I'll miss them in Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, actually, it's so funny because Magic the Gathering has sold the most cards they have in like a few years because of Final Fantasy. So Final Fantasy characters make money. I just don't know why Disney wouldn't say like, oh yeah, we want more money. Put Final Fantasy characters in, you know, Kingdom Hearts. And Square Enix is like, no, we don't want money. Did you play Clue? So I've never played regular. Well, no. Clue's like a detective game where you have to find out the person who killed another person, right? Like, say, Jonathan killed Mary with the hammer in the study. Okay, so then I have played Clue once, but I think I played like one of the more, I wouldn't even say modern. This was probably like in the 2000s. Because I remember when I was in elementary school, when I was in elementary school, you had to like go out to recess unless you had a specific like health condition or something like that. So I faked having a health condition so I didn't have to go outside for recess. And they put you like in this like specific room where you could do other things like read or play board games. And it had like a bunch of stuff like Clue in there, so I would just play with other kids. So if they wanted to, they could put the bubble, bubble, bobble dinosaurs in Kingdom Hearts. They need to as a summon. They really need to. I can't wait to turn like 40 before Kingdom Hearts 4 comes out. I'm gonna be seeing friends have kids before I play Kingdom Hearts 4. Hello.
Hello. I'm back. I'll let that
Did you
game
stretch
trail.
and unwind?
Yes. I had to get kitchen stuff squared away for cooking. Let's see here. Do I have... Let me see. About an hour. So let me see. I've got the next ones lined up. Let me see. I think we could hit early 90s. Sure. Early 90s. This is as a style, of course. Okay. I think I've got the ones we're going to finish with then.
Okay.
All right. Not going to get the last word, folks? Wow. Tell you what words were missed? That'd be too easy. This game's very big on hiding its secrets. It's like, I'm not going to tell you what the last word is. No. Let me see. Let me tuck this away. Okay. And close that tab. Close you. All right. Now, let me see. So I already kind of gave away the ghost.
Ooh!
We're going to something that's a little early 90s, I feel, in the interior.
Why does it give me like Halloween-y vibes?
The big columns at the entryway is interesting, but also the front doors are super interesting too.
It's giving me, I don't know why, but it just gives cat vibes. Like it's giving like almost like a cat shape.
Cat.
I don't know. It gives me like a Halloween like cat vibe. Not like a black cat, but I don't know. It's just mixing.
I mean, there's little points. Those could be ears. You have a lot of weird ears. It's the house is basically Garfield. You're telling me. Okay, well, let me see here.
The weird angled arches are very
yeah,
like the openings.
Certainly a choice. Oh, big.
I mean, it is a statement because imagine driving up to that. You're like, what the fuck? Or like, wow.
Hoops.
We gotta have the hoop.
Okay. Well, let's see. Cat lady witch house? If only. No witch
It might be
vibes.
more like a plant lady because there's a lot of potted plants outside, but no plants.
That's the second time we've had that today, actually. A sad tale. Oh! Look
Frog?
at this fucking guy.
Yeah, frog.
Oh,
He's like holding his hands over his tummy. He's like welcoming in. Maybe this is a witch's house.
Maybe.
We got cat shape. We got frog familiar. We got an owl right next to the door.
They're her familiars. Oh.
This is some Midwest woman who has like sage that she like burns.
This is the familiar just tells really shitty riddles. You can just ignore them and go on. You can't do anything about it.
Ooh, I like the tiling.
Ooh, yeah. We got the Beetlejuice.
I don't know if I like the carpet for the stairs going up. I feel like it could be a slightly different
So I was actually
texture.
wondering about that. Okay, it is carpet. For a second, I talked myself out of it. From how the light was hitting it, I was like, is that a reflection?
Yeah, no. It took me like a few seconds. I was like, if it was like a different textured, like either carpet or just tile, I feel like it would mesh a lot well.
Ooh, yeah.
But it could have been restructured.
Oh my god. The early
This
90s.
is giving like artsy older woman.
Oh yeah. We got different aspects of grandma on today's stream. This is the artsy grandma, I suppose, or artsy air quotes.
This is the one that like takes you to like a ballet or an opera and be like, I have to show you what classic culture is.
Gosh, there's something about these little cone sconces. I guess it's supposed to be a sconce. Maybe it's off.
It reminds me of like, okay, the easiest way I can ever put like a thing I'm thinking of is in like video game terms. It reminds me of almost like Deus Ex corporatism. Because you know how you go into like a lot of offices in Deus Ex and they have this kind of like these cones or like these certain like light fixtures. I don't know, it reminds me of that. Like late 80s, mid 90s, like high-rise corporate kind of like walkways.
I wish I could have... Part of me wants to dig up a house again at some point. There was like, effectively, the whole time we were inside of it, I could hear the UNATCO music playing in my head. It was extremely Deus Ex filler level. Not
Neo
filler
Art Deco with like some vaporwave in the background.
Yeah, and then you're walking around, you're like, well, this feels kind of weird. Definitely feels like, you know, a Deus Ex setting thing. Then there's a what was it? It was the master bathroom that has a massive bathtub in the center of a huge room. It was basically, you could view it from every angle, and there was like, I think it was part bedroom as well. It was a spectator sport. I'll leave it at that. It's very much like, oh, they got up to stuff in here.
This is a pretty open like area.
Yeah, so there's the front door. This comes around here. Ooh. They do love their black and whites, I'm noticing.
I honestly really like it, but this black and white stripes just kind of gives me Beetlejuice vibes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. The Beetlejuice or the ska. I don't know what the distinction is between the two. Because anytime it comes up, I say Beetlejuice, and then people in chat say Ska. So it's just like, all right. Let me see. I'm going to say mirror hell, folks. There's enough of the mirrors dueling each other here to count. I've got a goose honk bingo redeems.
Is that hanging frame on the mirror? Oh, yeah. I think it's like a double thing.
Oh.
Is it like... No, I think it's a mirror on top of a mirror.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Love me seeing some of that, whatever the hell that is. Also, that's probably just thermostat right there. Okay.
Yeah, just thermostat.
Why? Because it's artful.
Ooh, that's nice.
God, the thing that's bugging me here, these aren't centered on this. I mean, I know you can't, but it's just, it really greebles me in a way, you know?
I just like how, it is aesthetically pleasing, but it gives that it's a lot more higher money than it actually was. But I'm also thinking like in 90s terms, like you could have an elevated house without breaking the bank. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Now it's like you actually do have to break the bank to make an elevated house.
God, this paint job is rough. Also, they painted,
They
painted the floor, the heater down here? Or whatever the heck that's called. They don't make them around here.
Is it, maybe it's like, no, it can't be wallpaper.
It's just badly painted, it seems. Like daubed on practically with a sponge. Kind of, sort of. Like I think they
even got the vent too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It adds to the grunge. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just probably like vouching for them, but I feel like with the painting, like on the side, it kind of makes it fit a bit more.
Gotta say, I just...
like a bit of like medieval grungy vibe with it.
I just don't like the mirror extending the entire wall.
Yeah, that was kind of awkward.
Mm-hmm.
At least it's not like in front of the person, because just imagine seeing yourself in the mirror while you're like peeing or something.
Okay.
The toilet is very low. That looks like it could be like a bidet.
This before. I'll dodge the story for now, but I knew somebody.
Tell the story.
Okay. So there was a friend who I had in the area, and she dragged me into her social circles to parties and stuff like that. And at one of the places, there was a girl who was a little quirky. And I knew she was weird because I was told by Katie, hey, she's a little strange. And I'm like, why are you telling me this? And I find out later that she kind of had a thing for me. And I remember I was trying to ask her, like there was something at her house. And she's like, I was asking her where the restroom was. She pointed me to it. And she was very proud of the fact that she put a mirror opposite the toilet for watching herself. And she told me this with like a big smile. And she was very proud of it. And I was like, okay. It's like, what'd you think of the mirror I told you about? I saw it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know,
nice
she's
girl,
got, like,
harmless,
a kink.
but a little weird, you know? Anyway. So the den, yeah.
Oh, is that their wedding photos? That's so cute.
Aw, that's nice. Ooh.
I feel like not the tables, the chairs are a little bit outdated. They give...
I thought that was PVC for a moment. I was like, wait a second.
I think they're like well used. I think they're starting to like strain.
Oh yeah, definitely. Okay. Oh, the kiddos. Yeah.
They have that huge fucking TV.
Ooh, big. Yeah. Okay.
The red really pops with that like wait, what?
Yeah.
No, the underside of it. I'm like, it gets like super thin. Aw.
It's strange. So I think what's going on here is it switches back. No, it does.
Yeah, no, it like thins out and then it... I don't think it can be like a recliner.
I see what it's doing. I don't like it. I feel like it could break easily.
Yeah, it feels like if you put too much pressure, like let's say like you have a kid and they like run to it because they're like, oh, you know, it's a chair. And it's just like right in half.
Oh yeah, this sucker's days are numbered. Was that a flat screen?
I think it was a flat screen.
Yeah, that was a flat screen, I'm pretty sure.
But that could feel like a giant CRT.
Yeah, it's a flat screen. They even got little paneling bits up and below.
Yeah, they got little in-betweeners. Because that looks like it could fit like a full CRT. There's definitely, like, if they've had this house since like the 90s, they probably took that CRT out.
Oh, yeah. Let me see here.
Ooh, I know they know a good drink.
Possibly.
I got the martini. I just know she knows how to make a dirty martini so good.
Finally, brick glass. My beloved.
This is kind of giving like 80s diner.
Let me see here. Cube glass.
Lesbian Terran just subscribed for 5 months.
Ooh.
Yippee. I'm done with spring semester today.
Oh!
Time for Zillow.
Lesbian.
Congrats!
Thank you for the 5. Congrats on escaping from the school. Welcome to, what's this saying? La Bodeguita del Medio?
Del Medio, 1948.
Actually, hang on a second. Was that a... Okay. I thought I saw an anthropomorphic rabbit here with bunny ears for a second.
Oh, I think we got our 5th bingo.
Oh, boy. Congrats. Let me do...
Yeah, we got like 3 winners at the same time.
That's usually what happens. Sometimes somebody gets a very early one, and then it takes a while. Okay, there's an auto calls up right now, folks. Vote for what you're missing, and then we'll start the next game once that
I
wraps
like
up.
this, but it feels so like a different shift from the rest of the house.
This bright
But I think it's just because of the accessories in the room, like with that, like pictures and everything. It gave like almost like a late 80s, early 90s diner kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely.
With the glass.
Also, specifically this tiling. How should I phrase it? Like these.
It's very thin, like not thin, like very tight.
There's also like usually an error. I can't quite put my finger on it. There is this doesn't fit with like the early 90s pastiche.
Yeah, it really
going
doesn't.
there. I don't know how to describe it. It's a weird fuzzy thought I have in my head that I can't quite package into words. But trust me,
I feel like
I know what you mean.
Yeah, I feel like it's just like maybe the wife after a certain while, she's like, I want to redo the kitchen. You know, the kitchen's not looking good anymore. And instead of like modernizing it, she's just like, you know what? I want to make it look unique. I want to make it look like kind of like not super fancy like the rest of the house. Like she had fun with this. Like this is a fun renovation. Yeah, you do not have this much of a red pop without having some fun.
I gotta say, I'm not too big on the fixture of the sink. This is like a really, really cheap plasticky thing. I'm sure you've seen it a bajillion times.
Help me budget my kitchen. $60,000 tiling, $20,000 fridge.
Somebody please help.
$15 sink fixture.
My family
Help.
is starving. Wow. I mean, they got consistent chairs, but also, what is this?
I feel like that wouldn't be like
That's a neon.
comfortable to sit in though.
I was wondering about this. This is a neon light they've got out.
Diner.
Yeah. Huh.
It gives me, I'm not sure if you know of this restaurant. Wait, I gotta look it up to see if it's a chain or if it's
There's not a
local.
single big boy in sight. You usually see those things in these places. Okay. Well, let me proceed here. I know Hess is Googling something, but...
Okay, I can't say it. It's a local chain.
I gotcha. Ooh.
But it was a very like 90s diner experience kind of thing. And they had the exact same type of like neon signs.
I gotcha. Okay, so this stuff's the original of the house. Yeah, this is probably where things were flipped, because you can see, I guess, it's not is this a trash compactor? I think it is. Yeah, there's 2 parts
Is
of it.
it?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe. I don't think it's a dishwasher.
I really like it though, but I think it's just because it gives like almost a modern style while almost having like a 50s little nod. Because I don't know, I feel like that shade of red is very like 50s, 60s.
Yeah. Let me see.
Like for kitchen specifically.
So
Ooh.
they like their... Oh, that's right. I forgot about the dots. Now, what are these? I knew about these
Buttons?
coming into it.
Yeah, these are like buttons. Like button wallpaper. I think this is wallpaper. I don't think this is painted.
I actually don't know.
Or maybe that's like wax seals? Because like what's the stuff in the middle of it?
Because, like, I knew about this, but I didn't want to spend too long on it. I don't know what the hell that is.
It's either got to be like those little like button ups, or it has to be like a wax seal type thing. But I think it's definitely wallpaper. I don't think it's painted on.
It almost feels like
Marble? Maybe.
part of me was thinking it was like wax stamp. They did it themselves, just from like this one doesn't look at like the others, but ooh, weird. Actually, I really don't. Okay.
What's with the splotches though?
Okay, this was painted for sure, I gotta say. Or maybe that's just a thin wallpaper.
I just want to know if that's like water damage or something, because why is there multiple like splotches, like darkened splotches in the area?
Mysterious. Hang on a sec, yes?
Because it's not just on one wall either. There's ones on the like right side too.
Let me see here. Ooh! Top of the stairs. Okay, so it's just in here. Okay, yeah, I can see the rollers. So this is okay. So the diner stuff is around the other side of this because this is the brick glass was right there.
Yeah, and I know this is old because it has the carpeted up front, and that looks like old carpet.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh.
Oh no, the herringbone Beetlejuice.
It does continue. Yeah, this is giving Beetlejuice.
Ooh, the old TV.
That's an old ass TV.
The TV
too.
of Damocles. Oh my God, that'll kill somebody. Okay. So this just continues into all these rooms on the next level. It seems it's not just the stairway. Okay. Huh.
Okay, a little, slide-in closet.
I gotta say, I see why they did the dots, because you don't have the dots to break it up. Your brain starts to process it almost like cement, at least to me.
Yeah. And then it looks like that one, like, grainy bathroom that you didn't like at the beginning.
Boy, they extra splippy. There's not a step up anywhere in here. It's just flat. It's just,
That's concrete, baby.
Concrete.
I'm guessing this is like a storage closet?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, shoe closet, clothes closet.
Oh,
Oh,
and the landline.
wait, with the 1980s phone, too.
Okay.
I'm just imagining like a 1980s like business CEO being like, get Tony on the phone, like in the hot tub or something.
So we haven't seen it in a long time, but there was a stretch for a while early on, and I want to say maybe a year ago, we kept seeing houses that had landlines right next to the toilet. Like they would be like lines you would hang up on a unit on the wall. And that was always the funniest thing to me. Let me see here. Boy. Wow.
Ooh, I like that. But it also makes me kind of feel claustrophobic.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel like once I'd get in there, it'd feel like the tile is like warping around me and closing in. Wait, was there like 3 shower heads?
Oh yeah. There's this guy, there's this guy, there's this guy.
I don't know if the other like ones, I feel like the other like shower heads like on the side aren't really safe.
Huh. There's a lot of weird
I think there's
nubbins.
at least 3 usable ones.
I see knobs and nubbins. I don't know what they're all for.
Maybe one's for water pressure and the other one's for heat. But then the third one, I'm like thinking like, what's that for?
This is like a Resident Evil puzzle. You have to do like a trial and error. Turn one, see what happens. You turn the wrong one, it magically resets
Unscrew
everything.
the shower head, find the right place that doesn't like throw acid at you.
The key of clubs? I didn't even need this piece of shit. A sauna. Oh boy.
Ooh.
Oh. Looks good. Looks good.
Now I know they were rich 90s.
These are weirdly common too. Like keep coming across saunas. Never been in
that's a nice
never been
bedroom.
in a house that's had one. Honestly, have you?
No, I don't hang out with rich people like that.
Yeah.
I think the richest person
keep
I've probably
kicking
met
me
is just
out.
like I think the richest person I've ever like hung out with is just probably like their parents were like upper middle class and they were like a sibling of like 4 kids. So it didn't feel that upper middle class.
Oh, I thought I did old world tech. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I was thinking about it. The biggest gateway or the biggest window I'd have into this stuff would have been my grandparents, which would have been my mother's mother and her husband that she picked up at some point. But it was like they had a lot of money, but also, I guess I'll just call him grandfather for the sake of brevity here, but he was extremely bad with money. So it was like about when I was a little baby, he was like manager of like a big, huge hotel. And then just the money just went down the drain the whole time.
Doesn't know what to do with the money, makes like $200K a year, has $250K in credit card debt type deal.
Yeah. It's like exactly like I remember the earliest memories I have of kiddo is them having like a big, huge fuck off house and just constantly downsizing and moving to, From probably one of the biggest mansions in the city to pretty big house down to still pretty good size to it's okay house. And then it's a retiree house. But
wait, what is that bowl?
Hmm?
What is that bowl in the middle?
Who knows? Anything. It could have anything.
The furniture on there is like very starkly different than the rest of the room too.
Yeah.
I feel like that's just something they've had since the 90s and they're like, well, I don't want to throw it away.
Yeah, I know this upholstery, it has like a slight waxy feel to it. Yeah.
Ew.
Mm-hmm. It's like the way the light's hitting it here. I'm like,
they still have the rotary phones too. Not the rotary phones, like the in-house phone. Like those are old phones too.
Mm-hmm. The old off-white.
Why does it look like it's a mini bar? Like a mini fridge right under it?
Oh.
Like it looks like a hotel mini fridge.
Kind of does. That's where they put the $10 bottle of water. It's great. That's a trap. Don't touch it. Huh. Okay. Otherwise. Oh, bear.
Oh. This is also kind of giving Beetlejuice.
More zebra here. That's strange. They got kind of freaky with the patterns here.
Yeah, it just reminds me of like the evil mom from Beetlejuice, like how she always had those type of like striped kind of things. Wait, is that a Coca-Cola thing like under the table? I think it is. A Coca-Cola trash can?
Yep.
Yeah, I was right. Soda lovers immediately spot the
Soda!
Soda!
Isn't this like a specific bear called like a Dunkel something mishmash?
Oh,
whatever?
no, it's not the Dunkelskog. The Dunkelskog is like a lot more, it's like a European thing and it's a lot darker brown.
Okay, I'm glad you knew what I was talking about because I was kind of like, I don't know how to articulate better than the big dunk bear. I don't know.
I think it's from IKEA because if you ever hear like Blahage, Dunkelskog, and then there's this one like little green alien, they're all IKEA brands, I think. They're plushies.
They've got a Blorbo, a little alien?
Yeah, I can show you it. Hold up.
Sure. Hang on, let me see. I will flick through these. I'll stop if there's something.
The green alien, I think, was released like in the last year or so.
Want one of those sharks. Ooh, that's Stairway.
Here's a little Blorbo from IKEA.com. You can buy him today.
Oh, I've never seen this critter before. Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, it's like, he's a little new guy.
He's not as big as the dunk bear, though, right?
No, I think like they're maybe a foot to 2 feet tall. The Dunkelskog and the Blahage, they're like 3, 4, 5 feet. They're like the big boys.
I gotcha. Wow, claustrophobic here. Probably because there's no wall art, I guess. But that wouldn't help things. Okay.
Okay, this seems like a very nice dated room. This seems like not super fancy.
Wow. The plaid pattern.
Like, this seems like, oh, I get to work from home today because I get to, like, it's like architectural study type stuff.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh. Well, that's cute.
Well, somebody's a princess.
Look at that tiny little chair. Oh,
yeah, she's a princess.
Wow, that's definitely not a trick of the lens. That is really
What's that photo on the left? Is that like a cartoon drawing?
Looks like something. I can see it better. I got no answers.
I don't know if that's like an indie artist that they got. Like maybe bought it from a store, and maybe it's like the daughter's own thing.
It's distinctive.
It could be a dog chair, actually. I remember there used to be like stuff for that.
Oh, you mean like a little?
Yeah, like a little dog, like a couch kind of thing.
It's pretty clean.
But it might also be for like Barbies and other stuff, because I used to have like plushies back in the day where you could buy like not to say like furniture sized sets, but like if you got like enough of a thing, they had like, oh, you could sit as the same as like Barbie, so you're sitting with her, like that kind of thing.
I gotcha. Oh, wow, really nice. I love the little they almost look like roses.
Yeah,
they're holding the curtain up. That's nice. Wow. I mean, this entire corner setup is really interesting.
It's a lot of pillows, though.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. None of those are...
I never got the decorative pillows stuff, to be honest.
I don't either. I was about to say none of these are ones that you want to use for comfort, you know?
These are like the ones that are like a last-ditch resort. Because they're not going to feel nice when you sleep on them.
Oh, wow. That's an interesting vanity. I mean, that's not a mirror,
interesting chair, too. It looks like a tooth almost.
Got a little inverted Dorito. Okay, so it's not a vanity, it's a corkboard. Oh.
Okay, there was a newspaper article. Maybe the kids were like doing something at a fair.
Oh. The cops catch them? Not quite. They're very proud of their activities. I love this weird snowman. Very good.
I'm definitely thinking this is probably like elementary school art. Mommy, I drew something of you.
For a second, I saw one of these figures and I was like, wait a second, is that one of the Sailor Moon girls? I was like, no. Like, not in her sailor outfit.
I mean, it is 90s kids. They definitely watch Sailor Moon on, like, WB and other stuff.
I saw this and I was like, wait, is that the one called Amy? No. Okay.
Shower for me, my boyfriend, and my boyfriend's boyfriend, who's also my boyfriend. Oh, this is a cute bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
Nice light pink.
No baffling shower thing. You got a handheld overhead. Okay.
Yeah, this is like the normal bathrooms on the porch.
Looks more like Ray. Not to me. I know they have an identical hairstyle, though, so it doesn't really help matters.
Oh, they got a gym.
Wolf, brother! Steel Service Center. Huh.
Wonder if that's the one who set him up with this or something.
Oh, local business they work for,
Ooh,
maybe?
they got an arcade machine.
And
wow.
a train set. Hang on. We're zooming in. Ooh, yeah. Train set.
Oh, I just know that dad was a Tism dad who loved his train set.
Dang it. Accidentally unzoomed. Hang on. That's near the end.
He needed his train time, and none of the kids could come down here when he had his train time.
There was a comic I saw recently that was talking about how, the autism thing is relatively new. People didn't used to be that way. It was sort of like,
oh, I'm at my train time.
Yeah,
I need it every day at 5 p.m.
Go away. I'm playing with my trains. Ooh, is that Mappy?
I know the exact
Oh
one.
my God. That is a deep cut. Wow.
Mappy.
That is super obscure. And what's the pinball?
I think I've played that pinball machine, but I don't know the name of it.
Aw. Interesting.
I think I played Mappy once or twice, but I don't remember.
It's
because I used to go to like arcades a lot.
The character's cute. That's about all I remember, really.
Why do I feel like every like upper middle class family just said like, yeah, we should have a pool table and then never fucking use it? Like they just had one and then it's just like all for decorum.
I gotta say, at least it's a proper pool table. A lot of places, they will get like these hockey, like air hockey / pool table things that are like, it's like they're extremely shitty at both jobs.
And it like stops working like after like a year or something.
But we got it for $150 at the Costco.
Ooh, a piano.
Ooh.
Wait, there's a sink here?
The pinball table is Amazon Hunt. Ooh, thank you, Switch. Yeah, there's a piano over there.
They have a basement, like, well, it's not a kitchen. I was like, they have a basement sink.
Something for snacks. I kind of wonder, I mean, is it still basement? This could be an interior window? I don't know. Huh.
And then it's just outside.
Yep. Back 40.
Nice backyard, though.
Yep.
I'm surprised they didn't have anything in the backyard. I feel like with the amount of kids they had, they would have had, like a jungle gym set, or maybe they just got rid of it when the kids got grown.
Maybe. I'm kind of surprised. I was expecting like a swing set or something.
Well, the kids are all grown. Maybe just like you don't need it anymore. Or like a storm knocked it down. You're like, yeah, sure, whatever.
The kids don't
It's under $1 million?
The kids don't care about their Mappy no more. Oh, how sad
Is this Philadelphia side PA or is this Pittsburgh side PA?
Ride down.
Because this is Philadelphia side. That's interesting that it's under $1 million.
Let me see. Let me zoom out on the map. There's
its price is going down. Wow.
Here we go. As far as where it is, I'll zoom out a bit here. It's called the blips everywhere. Windmore's to the southwest. Meadowbrook northeast. Fort Washington's the northwest. Whoops. Okay, north of Philadelphia.
Okay, that is super interesting. That's under $1 million. Because normally the Pittsburgh side, if what I understand of like the Northeast, whenever you go more Midwest, the prices tend to go down. Whenever you go more Jersey or New York, the prices tend to go up. So this being under $1 million for all of this is like super like what the fuck.
There's something suspicious.
Unless it's just it might just not be selling because all the other houses are like either more modern or around the same price.
Maybe. So sold as like a dirt lot in 85. Built the house and they're trying to sell it for about $1 million. It may just need updates, really. I don't know.
It might just be also because there's multiple different themes of the house. I like it because it's wacky, but I could imagine like an actual like buyer who has $1 million to like either finance this or put money down. Like you either have like new age buyers that are like, this looks tacky. I like it more modern, minimalistic. And they're like, we're going to have to renovate so much while also it being $1 million. Or it's like these people are like, you know, I like it for what it is, but it's too expensive for me.
I like it, but gosh.
Built in 1990, exactly. Yeah. Oh, it's not even an acre.
Oh.
0.66.
I thought this had more, but the backyard looks so big.
Yeah, maybe it's just obviously it might be overpriced for the amount of land. Like the house itself seems very. Maybe it's just the pictures are lying to us because it made it seem so big.
Maybe.
I think it's probably like more vertically because it's still 4,500 square feet.
Maybe they're also just
like the other house was like 3,500 square feet, but you got a shit ton of land with it.
I'm just thinking maybe they're taking this picture from the neighbor's property, just kind of illusion. Yeah, taking a picture from a yard.
Nice about it.
They don't show the map showing the actual demarcation. They're like, yeah, look at this yard. It's great. Okay, let me see.
4-bed, 5-bath, 4,500 square feet. Oh my god, I'm so surprised at this house.
It's an ugly house on a postage stamp. I think it's fine.
I like this house.
She's quirky.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so maybe something a little more run the mill. Hang on, I got something. How's about? Nope, that's not right. Buh! There it is. Wow.
Is this like Florida?
Yes. Good call. Wow.
It gives Florida vibes.
Absolutely. This is Fort Lauderdale. Man, what a snipe. Was it?
Why does it feel like it's a GTA 5 like cinema?
This is that early GTA trailer that had like assets that were really shitty and people were jumping all over it.
Yeah.
Well, this looks
kind of look fake, but I think it's because of the cars and the lighting on them.
It's just the lighting of the engine, folks. It'll be fine on release. Oh, yeah.
Why is there a person in the car?
Yep, there is.
There's a cryptid.
There is a person, a very real person.
It literally looks like they're like
okay.
Like a fake thing. Like
he looks like I remember when there were plugs early on for Meta and things like that, how Zuckerberg had his really weird shitty character done in the metaverse or whatever. I'm looking at this and I'm just thinking about that.
This looks like a mannequin.
It really does, huh? Oh my god. Well, let's see here. A human. I love those guys. I'm one of them. Yep. Can't get enough.
No, this is definitely this. I'm getting juked. This feels rendered now.
Oh, I think so. Okay. Well, if a guest is thinking, I guess I can hit that.
This feels rendered now.
Oops. Accidentally. Well, I mean, they're watching a real movie, of course. It's one of the Captain Americas. Okay. So, what else do we have going on here? Lighting, the comfortable den situation, no back support, huh? All right. Ooh.
Okay, that looks nice, but it also feels like
gotta say,
and I'm sorry if this joke's going too far, but it feels like a low quality Western porn game made in Unity. Like, you know what I mean? It's like those backgrounds.
Yeah.
Like it literally does, and then the guy's like a really like low quality like asset, and he's like, "Oh, my wife with giant huge tit and fat ass, I love you so much."
I just need some sort of an asset background. That's it, okay?
As the person who plays these a lot.
Basically just some dude bros doing a visual novel, but they don't want to call it that.
Yeah. No, it's not even UE5. They make it in RenP. I know exactly what they fucking make it in.
Do they really use RenP for that?
Yeah. No, a lot of those low quality like WEGs, the Western erotic games, it is either UE like 4 or 5 or RenP. It is those two or nothing in between. It's put on Patreon. They make like $30 a month and it never comes out. I know
the big thing in RenPy that sticks out to RenP. I'm sorry, I trip over whether it's RenP or RenPy.
I say both, so you're fine.
I gotcha. I didn't know if it was a GIF thing. I always notice like the UI at the bottom for save and load that are in almost every single one of those games. I don't know if there's other tells. Ooh, the kitchen. Oh, they rendered a crock pot? Ooh!
Yeah, like that's so fake.
It's such a small one too. You couldn't get a big, huge fuck off one.
You couldn't even put like a Zoji Rushi or like an expensive like rice cooker, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta do the $20 crock pot.
Also, that's a fridge, right?
I think.
Huh.
No, that's like an AC unit thing. 5C to minus. It's in Celsius too.
I hope it's not negative 55 Celsius outside. Maybe it's something for wine. I don't know.
Maybe it's freezer? Fridge? I don't know. No, but then even the fridge would be freezing because -5 is like under freezing.
Let me see here. Anything else?
Master bed.
Yeah. Ooh, are these gamer lights? Oh, what is this? I don't think it's gamer lights.
It was just 5. Okay.
Well, dang. Oh, they're still watching.
They got
here?
the Captain America on it too.
That's my favorite part. Okay.
Double the Marvel.
Bathroom.
Why is Falcon on every TV? Maybe Falcon's their favorite. Come on.
Yeah, he becomes Captain America, I think, doesn't he?
Wait, is that the toilet? Why is it so low?
It's right there. It's got the tank is like, in reality, these have like the reservoir, I think, in the wall or something. I forget.
Ugh.
They have them like this, though. Also, folks, is that a basin sink? I don't think it is. I actually don't know what's going on.
Toilet to darkness.
Oh yeah, that's.
You never have to worry about clogged pipes. It just goes to another dimension.
That's the null toilet. Just the pure pitch black color there. That looks a lot
like the Ender Gate from Minecraft.
I'll go ahead and put basin sink for that, folks. Vanta Black. Is that the one that was like the darkest black color?
Yes.
That's super expensive. Ah.
And I believe the reason why it's super expensive is because the guy who made it's basically an asshole. And if I remember correctly, he like has blocked some people from ever being able to use it because he's really petty.
Yeah,
so
I've
then
heard
another
about that.
people. Yeah, I think somebody made the pinkest pink ever. And then they just said, fuck you, the guy who made the Vanta Black. Actually, you can never get it. I'm never giving it to you. And then I think somebody made the greenest green, and they did also the same thing.
Oh, I didn't hear about the green one. Oh.
I think it was definitely, there was a pink one, and then there was another color that was made recently.
Ooh. So, I guess the question is this a real house? Oh, yeah, it is!
Well, there's the real house.
Woo! You could do grilling over here?
Ooh!
Yeah,
Making a
boy.
brisket.
So, that truck, it was real. Technically. It was rendered
Oh
off
no,
of...
the other car is dead.
Oh no.
They had to render the car to make sure it was good.
It's a ghost. Ooh. Picture near the ceiling? Excellent.
At least the fan's working.
Yep, got an action shot. Big fan of that. Pun not intended there, but I'll count it. I'll count it. It's
Is this an elderly hoarder's house?
Oh. I don't think so. It's just kind of messy. Oh, I've got my food and I've got my detergent.
Laundry detergents?
Oh, okay. Keeping all my jugs
You got
in the
maple
same
syrup
place.
though.
The picks are cut off. Oh,
Oh,
It
those
should-
cabinets are in rough shape.
it shifted on me. Oh God.
Yeah, they're in really rough shape.
Wow, did the wind pick up and kind of blow the shutters open? What the hell?
To be fair, if this is in Florida, then there might have been like flood damage and other stuff.
I think this is just shoddy housemanship, maybe.
Look, I tried to give them the benefit of the doubt
I respect
that
it.
it's out of their control.
Oh yeah, man. This the fridge landed a finisher right here. Holy shit.
Oof.
Okay. Well.
Is that hot sauce? That's a lot of hot sauce. Oh my god.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No Cholula. Interesting. Well.
Is that a massage chair? Why is there just like a black hole in the middle of the
I
chair?
was wondering. I don't think it's a massage, but I don't know what's going on here. Like the massage usually have like cuffs around the ankles, right?
Maybe it was just like one of those gimmick chairs that it's like, oh yeah, you can put your you can put your head fully in like a massage.
Oh, and it's lined with like copper rods to help help the chi flow better. What was it they always said with copper? It's not chi. I forget.
Oh, that is a very small
Ooh, yeah.
hallway.
That lighting.
Oh my god, it almost gives me like PS5 loading screen. Like, you know, you have to go in between a little.
Got to turn sideways.
You know,
the
the
game
exact
slows
thing
down.
I'm meaning. Where they say like, there's no loads in this game, and then they put a bunch of these there.
Oh, you got to get the special power up to traverse this.
Are
It's
they
the Metroidvania issue.
restructuring the pipes?
It looks like. I wonder if they're putting. Are they? I wonder.
I wonder if there actually was like structural damage to the house when they're rebuilding it.
This is probably the water line from the street that's coming in here, and they had to dig it up for something, maybe?
Yeah,
Maybe?
This is still the weirdly rendered home. We actually got to the home.
Yeah, there's actual real house meat in here. People look away.
It's not just Falcon on every TV anymore.
I want to see Falcon on a TV
cryptid.
here. I've gotta. Oh, yeah. There's something there. I don't even know which Captain America that was. I don't even know. It may have just been his own actual movie. Oh. Home. I mean, that's
Why do they have it there
that's
in
shower.
the bathroom?
That's shower, buddy. At least they've got an oh shit
Home is
handle.
where you shower.
They got multiple oh shit handles. That's good. That's safe. Let me
Oh, but it needs to be recalled. The bottom of it is like breaking in. Ooh.
Yeah, this is very much high school locker room shower vibes here. This doesn't feel like something.
It gives me you better wear slippers in the college shower.
Yes. Otherwise, you're gonna catch something.
Yeah, you're gonna get like athlete's foot.
Oh.
What did I say earlier about when a pool goes bad, it's gonna take so much fucking money?
I mean, maybe
that's gonna need like at least $5,000 of shocking.
Look, maybe they've converted this into a koi pond. It wouldn't be the first time that's happened.
Where's the kois?
Well, the water's not crystal clear. They're in there somewhere. I'm sure they're fine. Oh yeah, outdoor toilet.
Toilet.
Excellent. Yeah, that reminded me. There was another house we saw. I'm fairly sure it was Florida. It may have been Fort Lauderdale as well. But there was a house that looked pretty rough from the street side, and there was a pool in the back, and they had chopped up a tree somewhere and threw all of the wood into the pool, filled it with water, and put some poor goldfish in it. They built it as an actual koi pond.
Oh my god.
So it was very much, it was an interesting decision to take. Huh. At
least they have like a roof kind of thing to make sure the pool isn't as, because like rain or like frogs or anything could just go in there. They have it like secluded.
No mosquitoes. Okay, I guess they can't make their home here. Huh. Frigs, them too.
Thank you, rendered Florida house. Sunrise, Florida. Well, that sun did really look nice in the rendered photos.
600,000?
It's Florida. Well, no, to be fair, honestly, I do not know. Oh, okay, it did get a price cut, but it's like I'm pretty sure a lot of the houses in Florida are basically going to go in a crash soon because the insurance on the houses are so expensive.
Mm-hmm. I know. They're doing it to Texas too. Oh boy. Property is being offered for sale subject to open permits and existing sewer code cases. Okay. Maybe
Which buyer shall assume. So they're just like, yeah, if you buy this in the middle of this, you have to fix it.
So that wasn't the water line. That was the sewer line. That's what's going on. Yeah, they must have.
It's even worse.
Because that is super expensive. Wow.
Financing must be FHA or equivalent construction loan that will allow you closing to occur as in condition.
Oh boy.
Yeah, nobody's buying this.
Somebody.
Except maybe like a company.
Okay, price.
Oh, that dip in price too.
Wow. 45,600 in 2020.
I'm guessing that's maybe just the land?
God. Like,
and then
what condition was this place in if it sold for that much?
Well, maybe they just didn't. You know what I think happened? I think they bought the land and they were starting to like do the house, but some things fucked up, or the house was in such a dilapidated place. You know what I was saying about the hoarder thing before? It might have actually been a hoarder thing where there was so much there that the house was just basically rotting. So they basically hazmatted out the sewer pipe thing. They realized, oh my God, there's just way too much shit to go. We got to sell it as is. That's probably what happened. It has to be something like that. Hazmat, sewage thing.
Let me see. Folks are thinking maybe foreclosure, probably. That would have been super
doors
early
and
COVID.
roof were placed in 2020, so people were living here at least until then.
Huh. Curious. Have us trying to flip for 500K is insane. The work is almost done. This is just a draw the rest of the owl situation, okay? We see what
until I see that pool cleaned, it is not done.
It's not a pool anymore. It's a koi pond. Okay.
Until I see koi's in that pond alive. It is not finished.
What do you think? One more, Hess? Let me see.
I can do one more.
Okay. So this is kind of a... I'm glad this one came up. This is a house we've had on here twice before. Once was the first time it appeared. The second time I brought it back when I had a guest on here who I knew would like it. And that was just digging up the old listing. This is a new listing with updated photos.
Interesting.
It is very distinctive. People who are here will recognize this bad boy. It has a couple
Is it the picture
changes.
you showed me before it started?
Oh, no, not that one. No.
Okay.
We have seen that house before. Honestly, that house is just kind of like boring and extravagant. And then that whole basement
It
is
just has stuff in it.
Yeah, it's like the listing came back and I was like, oh, we've seen this before. I showed this ages ago. It's fine. And then I saw that one new picture, is that Five Nights at Freddy's shit. And I was like, oh, there's a new photo. Which home is it? Home.
Oh.
It's the castle, baby. It is
1.3 mil.
This is an Indiana
Why does this
style
remind me of
castle.
like a Ren Fair? Like this reminds me of
Okay.
Oh my god.
I'm super glad you brought that up because when this place was purchased, that's what it was used for. The people who bought it were using it.
I was correct because it looks like
yeah.
one of those Ren Fair things, like where like the actual inside was like, you know, the jousting and everything.
So originally, this was a huge pit that had like cars and shit like that inside of it, and they dressed it up. The basement here, from what I remember of the description, it was like in the 40s. There's like a basement that was like a munitions pit or something. There's like a very...
Yeah, medieval times.
There's like a very strange little pit in the corner that it may show us. But the entire front was redone. It looked like a castle already, but it wasn't black here. But
that's so interesting.
It looks like it may not have...
It does give off Minecraft feels now.
Oh yeah. Man, it's like seeing an old friend. It's so nice.
It has such an open area too. How many acres is this?
I actually don't know. We'll see the listing in a bit. I can't keep it right now. Well, I was hoping it would do better. This is when it was really doing good business, so to speak. Wow.
I'm guessing they sold it because they just didn't want to do it anymore. It was like business was not operating well.
Is that a bounce house? I don't know if it is. I'd like to think it's a bounce house. Okay. So I think they were doing jousts out here or something, if I remember seeing pictures.
Yeah, I think that's a horse in the middle there.
Haunts. Are you a haunts? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a haunts. Hang on a second. That's enough for a pet.
It looks like a cryptid. It looks like a Jersey Devil type thing.
It could be anything from this distance. Who knows?
Little guy.
All right. Okay.
It also feels like they could have placed a moat here too.
Yeah, that was really a missed opportunity. Oh, is this the ass? Yeah, this is the ass end of the castle. I see. Oh, they got the motorhome? They brought it all the way from Hawaii. It came back. It's here now.
They even put wheels on it.
How to get across the ocean, we'll never know.
With love.
So this is how you get inside that whole area up front.
I mean, it is very majestic. You have a whole walkway and a bridge.
Yes, they dressed this up a little bit here, but I remembered this gate and there's no fencing here. So the thing I always think of, you ever seen Blazing Saddles?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, well, there's a gag where guys are stuck at like it's like a gag of being stuck at like a toll booth or something, and they could have taken their horses and gone around, but they get in a lineup and they have to pay like 10 cents per person. It's like this whole thing to stall the bad guys from getting where the good guys are. And there's this whole bit where they're just piled up here. It's like, you just go around.
I want you to know I did search up Blazing Saddles, and the only thing I could think of while you're explaining, I was like, oh my god, it's Willy Wonka. That's the only thing I know. I was like, it's Willy Wonka.
Yeah, Gene Wilder's great in that. Okay. Somebody go back and get a shitload of dimes. Okay. I always remember that and what in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here.
They have a lot of well, obviously it hasn't been redone the whole thing, but it's like a lot of weird windows, closed doors.
Yeah, I gotta say, I can see the spots that the birds liked, I think. Maybe.
The #1 shitter zone.
Yep. Don't want to park your car back there. Oh no, shooting will only make him mad. Mongo only pawn in game of life. Oh!
Ooh, the bear.
Ah, my skull! So, there's some furnishings here. Whoever bought this place, they were very big on the Ren Fair vibes, I gotta say.
I'm gonna assume this is like a D&D nerd from like the 70s or 80s who got like a shit ton of money and he's like, you know what?
Oh,
I'm gonna buy my dream house and I'm gonna make it into like a giant Ren Fair D&D thing.
Absolutely. This
is why money buys happiness.
I didn't pour over it, but there's some later rooms in here that are a little strange. I mean, this is already off to a strong start, right?
Is this like the entrance?
It's an entrance. This, at least, I know this leads outside for sure. I don't think there's like a singular front door. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just wonder what is technically the official entrance.
I do know this is the throne room. It's actually, we might just be staying in the way of a door. Okay.
Random bedroom. Man. That's normal.
So
many deer.
Yeah, the thing is, I've never really understood the appeal of taxidermy, but also in the bedroom of all things.
I can understand taxidermy of like if you have like say a very intricate project and you want to do the whole animal because a whole animal taxidermy done well is so cool. I'm not sure if you've ever been to like say a taxidermy like convention or anything like that.
I've not.
Because I went to one where it was like a competition. Wow. Some of the people who do taxidermy really, really, really well is so cool. And then you'll get somebody who like taxidermied a rat and they're like on a stripper pole, which is really funny. But like you get both of those sides. So I think the only really good taxidermies are probably like the full ones. I never understood the ones mounted on your wall unless you specifically hunted them.
I see.
If you just buy them, I'm like, what's the purpose?
Ooh, they left a glass of water out for us too. That's
yum.
I'm
hydration.
just noticing no carpet or nothing down here either.
Oh, what's under the bed? That's what I gotta know.
I'm just storing my little critters down there. Oh yeah, is that a DVD?
Ooh, he's a movie collector.
Is this a Blu-ray tower?
He or she.
Oh wow.
I think some are DVDs.
Yeah, there might be a couple Davadas in there. Ooh.
Do you still have any VHSs?
Not with me, no.
I literally have I'll DM it to you. I have like a whole shelf of VHSs still from my childhood.
Ooh, nice.
Like legitimately, I have like the orange Disney like VHSs of like Rugrats and Paris and stuff.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, there was like an orange one that had, I remember my mother got it for me for some reason when I was deliriously sick. I think it had Doug and some other stuff on it. I don't know.
Yeah, I have a purple Barney DVD too. I loved when they like had different colors on all of them.
Hello there.
Wait, is that a mountain cat? I think it is.
Possibly.
See, that one's a bit cooler, but the face is kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
It's a full taxidermy.
It's
a
out.
lynx. Oh, okay.
He's minding his own business. Okay. Well, let me see here. Bow and arrow. Okay. A lot of bows.
In the corner? That's like hunched over.
Is that a little?
Okay, it's a turkey.
Oh. Okay, I see it now.
I thought it was a Halloween decoration. I thought it was like a zombie when you zoom out really far.
That is so strange. Okay. Huh. Okay.
Maybe that one he hunted.
That's a different room there. Okay, I vaguely remember this room. Okay, we'll probably come in there in a sec, I think. Ah, the bed. Yes! I remember this door!
I'm assuming that leads outside too.
Possibly.
Or maybe like to a vantage point.
I don't know if we ever saw what the other side of this door was, but presumably, yeah. But something I really like about this bed right here, I am pretty sure this was in the house originally. Like when the first listing of this house had this same bed. They didn't remove it probably because you'd have to destroy it because it's so big and it doesn't fit through any of the doors. So the fact that it's still here is kind of like, nice.
I'm wondering, like, so did... So it's been... This is not... Is this a new listing and they just added more pictures?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's back on the market.
Okay, so did it technically get sold and then I guess the person gave up?
Yeah, it got sold because when we looked at it last time, it did not have the paint on it, and somebody in chat Googled it, and they found that it had, the whole Renfest revitalization thing. It was like, oh, that's nice. And then we see this, it's like, oh, it didn't work out, huh?
I guess they just didn't have enough passion for it, or maybe a company was trying to flip it.
They didn't sell enough turkey legs. That's the problem with all Renfests, the turkey leg quota is way too high. Oh, bucket seats. Look at that.
Ooh, little bar.
Okay, there's our placeholder gobbler over there. That's how we know what room we're in now.
That painting looks really cool in this room, honestly.
Yeah. Huh.
But the bucket chair is kind of like de-elevated a little bit, because it's trying to be like a really like you're a really rich like Renaissance man, and then it just feels like you're almost like a pirate Chuck E. Cheese. What the fuck is like?
I'd love me some animatronics. According to DB, they moved to a bigger castle. Did they like grab one of Richard Garriott's old places? Oh man. Are you familiar with Richard Garriott, by the way, Hess?
I have to look him up here. Let me see.
Oh boy. I'll give you a sec.
Is it Garrett? Garrett?
Garriot.
IoT. I think I have seen him.
Mm-hmm. He's like the fellow who created the Ultima series, and he kind of got...
Oh!
He had like a rock star status of sorts.
Magellar. And he brought
yeah. Oh, yeah, right. You've seen the Magellar stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. He's built multiple castles, and I'm just thinking of... You see them up for sale every now and again, and I'm just sitting here thinking maybe they got one of his castles or something.
Interesting.
They did a good job on this place. This place was super banged up when it was on the market.
Well, seems like they tried their best, but they couldn't do enough with it if they had to resell it. Maybe they ran out of budget or something.
They sure left all their animal heads behind, though. Wow. I know because of Magellar's shows, Magellar's programs. I saw that he did one on Tech War, and it's like, oh my god. Like, he just put it up. Tech War is such a strange creature, so I'm kind of curious. I'm sorry. Stop that thought.
What is that? That can't be a piss jug. No.
Might be a piss jug.
Why did they just leave the piss jug?
Oh, hey, here's
that's got to be like gasoline, right?
Sure, maybe it's
it's a lot of apple juice.
Maybe it's sun tea. My mother makes that stuff. You have to set it out in the sun or something.
Maybe like hard cider or mead.
Yeah. Okay. Ooh.
Banana.
Sure. Huh.
Wait, why is there that suspiciously small chair too?
Okay, I remember this little nook over here.
Oh, the Harry Potter nook and cranny.
Hey! But also, wow.
Is that like, why are you placing pots and pans?
It's for the pet.
That actually seems like a person like sleeps there.
I think it's for their pets. Maybe they got cats and dogs in there. It's a little guy nook. Not a goblin nook though. But I'll do goblin.
It's for the horse.
Mm-hmm.
A little miniature pony.
The horse we saw before was actually not far away. It was actually just really tiny. So it easily fits in there. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, those cast iron skillets have use in them.
Oh. Huh.
Oh, some more full taxidermies.
Very funny. They put their two decorative pillars right here side by side. With a sauna? Huh?
Why is there no sauna?
Oh no. These pillars didn't make the cut.
It looks like the coyotes like mischievously, like they're the one that fucked up the pillars.
Yeah, it's giving them the stink eye.
It was all me.
Give him the stink eye. I don't trust that guy over there.
It's kind of insane because like when you look at the ceiling, you can tell how banged up it is and you're like, wow, they actually did some decent job.
Yeah, it's like smoke damage? Maybe? Or maybe this is just some tarring they put on it and just aged over time? I don't know.
Maybe.
Okay. Well, let me see. Oh! That's a nice knight.
Ooh.
Little fella. Okay.
I guess that's like a little boudoir like thing in the back. For some reason, I thought that was like supposed to be like a library thing.
Oh, no. We don't do no reading around
library.
here. There's no time for learning in these parts.
Lots of skinned animals.
Ooh.
Skinned animal rug.
I wonder, was this... I'm trying to clock where this was in the original listing. I wonder if this is that munition thing. Because in the room that I'm thinking of, that was used in like the World War II era for storage of something, it had like a gigantic, like what looked like a pool, like or the carcass of a pool. But there was also a lot of salt crystals up on the ceiling. It was very strange. Ooh. Okay.
I thought that was a hat for a second, but like that's metal.
It could be.
What is that?
Just plop it on. I don't know, like an old.
Because it's not.
Old
No,
cone?
it maybe if it has an opening on the other end, maybe like a really weird horn.
Interesting. Okay, this is some roof access over here. They're hiding.
Maybe.
A huge listening horn. There's not a hole here though. At least I don't think so. It could be.
It might be. It might just be a very small one we can't see, or it's like on the tip.
Mysterious. Richard Garriott works in mysterious ways.
Okay, they were rebuilding that one. Oh,
yeah.
That's one of the old photos, I think.
This is definitely newer. The original listing had like nothing in the way of furnishings. Everything looked filthy. This is they did a pretty respectable job here.
Maybe the fucking like the very like tin bathtub.
Yeah. Also, I'm looking at this. I'm like, this makes me. It almost reads like it's plastic. I don't know.
I wonder if this was legitimately like maybe like a worker's bathroom that they're repurposing. Because it seems very small, and maybe like that sink was still there, and they're like, okay, we'll keep that there. We'll actually put it in like, say, the bathtub or like redo the tile or something like that.
Oh.
That's a more modern one.
Okay, some assembly required. Okay. There's a person who rescued a potential orphan abandoned coyote pup, and now they're part of a menagerie of animals. Ooh. What the? Part with the plywood and the...
Is this like a church area of the Ren Fair kind of thing?
Well, at least I know they're making use of their Christmas tree lights, right?
No, it might have been more like a food area.
Is this where you eat
Or
the
a
turkey
restaurant.
legs
Maybe.
and the funnel cake?
Oh, now I want funnel cake, but
You
it's
ever
too
been
late.
to Renfest, Hess?
Yes. Funnily enough, there's a lot of stuff here in the Northeast where there's like a bunch of Ren fairs and stuff like that.
Ooh.
I used to go to them kinda semi-often. The only thing is, I kinda hate that I can't go anymore. I don't want to say that Ren fairs should be gate-kept or anything, but they've become so much more popular, and the people don't respect like the Ren Fair stuff or know what to do. So you just have some of the most like asshole-ish people like stealing everything. It's like, God, let me be cringe in peace.
What do they do in particular? Like the folks who are flooding in and ruining it. I'm like, I've been to one once, so I've got a fuzzy memory. I'm trying to think of what folks would do other than just having too many people, you know?
So like obviously there's actors around like actually trying to do the stuff. They'll basically like, if they're really young kids, they'll be like, you know how like Gen Z kids like hate cringe and they have to be super serious all the time? They'll literally be like, just speak like a normal fucking person. It's like, they're literally an actor at the Ren Fair.
Bro, talk normal.
And then there's also the obvious like public intoxication, but they go way too far. Most people who go to Ren fairs and get like drunk and like eat a turkey leg and everything like that, they're like, yeah, I'm clearly intoxicated, but I will not go that far. These people like black out in the middle, and then people have to get them, and da-da-da-da. And then it's also just the crowd and kids like doing a bunch of stuff. So it's multiple things packed on top of each other that make it really annoying. So you either have to go really early before everybody else gets there, or basically go really late where you can't go to any of the entertainment, but you can still get drunk in your turkey leg, which is kind of, you know, the main part if you're not like cosplaying or doing anything.
You gotta fill out the punch card. Gotta get the turkey leg, of course.
Yeah, overcrowding is honestly, I think, the biggest issue, but I just don't know why they don't place like limits. Like that's the thing. They're just not.
Oh
my God, a little jail cell.
Hang on, I'm gonna... All right. I think there's a mannequin or something. I see a leg there. A little razzle-dazzle of something. What are you? Birdcage? Okay. Oh, a shrine?
And then I think that's, a little shrine there. I guess some extra chairs they had for the seating.
Odd mood lighting with the stairway, I gotta say. So
that's the goblin who lives in the little corner.
So I will say there was not a jail cell last time. So
I wonder if they're repurposing it to be like maybe a Halloween thing too.
I suppose, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's a skeleton, yeah.
Yes.
Maybe they were trying to do a Halloween thing for it.
And a pirate. Okay.
I wonder if they were trying to like repurpose half to be like a house.
Maybe.
And half to be like a seasonal like money maker, like, oh, we can do like a haunted mansion or a haunted like themed thing, and then like in the summer, you know, it could be like a pirate thing or like stuff like that.
Ooh, somebody's sticking a leg out
Oh,
here.
scandalous! Geop, you're gonna get banned.
Wouldn't be the first time. Welcome. Oh, I like the idea that they tiptoe between Renfest and Spooky Town. You know. Okay, is this one of those? Okay, two things. Number one, is that a fortune teller? No, just a skeletal pirate.
No.
And, okay, I saw the critter over here. I was like, is that a stoat? No, I don't know what it is.
More taxidermy, dang.
I don't know.
There's a lot of taxidermy in here. I didn't think there would be that much. Like
honestly,
full body taxidermies too.
I usually try to avoid houses with crazy taxidermy because past a point it just gets kind of weird in some houses I've seen. But this
Why are you so obsessed, dude?
But this place in particular, just because it was a previous house and oh yeah! Yes!
Ooh!
Look at this fucking guy!
Was this here before?
Okay, this is definitely that pit I mentioned before. Like these crystals on the ceiling, that was right above it.
Okay, maybe they saw this and go, we can make it Halloween themed.
Oh yeah. Hell yes.
That's the Jersey Devil!
Is that what he looks like? Wow.
Yeah, the Jersey Devil is sometimes seen as like that. Huh. I don't think like exactly like that, but like the humanistic figure and like wings and kind of stuff like that. I think sometimes the Jersey Devil's seen with like a goat head too.
Oh. He doesn't look
I don't think it's Mothman.
He doesn't look at all like he did on the PlayStation 1 game. Not a good game, by the way.
That's a kid-friendly version.
Ah. Horse-headed? I see. Okay, let me back up here. Ooh, a better shot.
Then maybe it's just like a devil in general.
That's just a really cool design. I like that. Oh, back outside.
We're back on the ass.
So is that like an auditorium? Not many seats, though. The drone! Generally a little goat horse-headed thing with little wings. I was trying to think of what my memory it looked like. I was like, doesn't it look like weird and sickly?
Pool?
I'm sorry, Hez?
The thing in like the bottom right, it's like a bog pool thing.
Ooh, yeah. Is that where you get the soup?
The primordial soup.
Do they sell soup at Renfest?
I feel like that was probably one of those like dunk tunnel things, like where you stand on there and people hit it, and then they just let it sit for like 2 years, and it's like just. Bleh.
Look, water's crazy out here. Okay, we got to make do what we got. Yeah, this was some sort of performance thing. Well, okay. And then.
Okay, yeah, it is filled with gunk. That is like water-esque.
Weird. Is this?
I wonder if they were trying to repurpose like the front half to be like a Halloween thing and still try to keep the Ren Fair thing in the back.
I just
like, you know, either maybe Ren Festival type plays and like the little intricate stuff like food stalls and other things.
I'd just love to know what the plan was here.
Oh, that's so
yeah, there's so much land. It's crazy. Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's a jousting.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Very good, very good.
The horsies! I'm guessing when the drone shot outside the things at like the bottom right where the stables and stuff.
Let me see here. I was actually curious about that because there were some green pins or something. And I was looking at that and I was like, I think that's actually something for like usually livestock or something. I don't know. It'd be weird if they kept them in here all the time.
The little guys.
That's probably where they just park them every now and again, I guess. Anything else? No. So.
Well, that's when there were people, at least.
Yeah. 1.3 million with about 8 acres.
You know, it's funny because the amount of square feet on the house was still the same as the 90s. Like, it's literally like 80 square feet more.
Ooh. Black shop, weapon shop, seamstress shop, adornment shop. Wow.
Mermaid Pond. Throne Room.
Owner of Bird Cell Castle. Well, it is selling now. It didn't have that name before. Okay. Let me mark off name drop. And I guess
I wonder if the original owner like took it off to just say like, okay, I'm gonna renovate it, and then after a while they're like, I'm too old. Actually, never mind.
I wonder. Middle floor Nobles Hall. Oh, they got the distinction.
2 bed, 2 bath. In separate towers.
Would it be a castle without a moat? You don't have a moat. What are you talking about?
You could make a moat.
We have.
I think maybe it was like under the bridge part at the beginning. There could be a moat under there.
Maybe that is the moat. Maybe you're right. We have one defense towers. Oh, that is it. That's the front gate because the 2 towers lining the gate. Okay. That's cute.
Oh, the owner passed in 2020. That's why.
Oh. Wait, 2020.
So maybe it was like a relative who took care of it and then...
Well, that would have been the previous owner, right, guys? Because when we saw this last time, it was, like this just got on the market 7 days ago. I think the owner that passed would have been from the initial pass, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because these guys really turn into the Renfest thing. This thing's been sold like 3 times since. Yeah, this has been sold a fair amount. Like this is the original
400,000, 400,000.
Yeah, this is the original listing we saw.
Okay, so the 2020 owner was from the original death, and then somebody bought it, and then for I guess 3 or 4 years they tried doing something with it, and then
it just hit the market. How walkable? You're not walkable. You're out in horse country.
0, baby, but a 23 bike score. 23 is common. We've gotten a few 23s.
That's basically horse score out here, right? Got to replace the shoes every now and again. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Just keep them well fed. All right. Well, I think that'll do us.
Wait,
then.
what state is this in again?
State of disrepair. It's also in Indiana. Apologize to any Indiana folks out there. Yes, thank you for coming.
You can get a Renaissance house for 1.3 million.
Yeah, it's just horse pennies. It's not much at all. Cents on the dollar. It's cheap. Also, wait, catwalk goes around the courtyard. Oh, wait, beer garden. Huh. Okay.
Just repurpose this to be like one giant alcoholic Ren fair with just beer taps.
I really hope somebody turns it into another Renfest thing. I really do. But, well...
The people of Indiana need it.
Oh, well. Apparently they didn't need it enough, I guess. Oh, well. Well, that'll do it,
That could cover single horse for like less than a year.
Yeah. Ooh, stretch. Well, Hess, thank you for coming. Is there...
Yeah, it was fun.
Any stuff you want to plug coming up? I know you've got streams and stuff. And I know you always plan your playthroughs well in advance, like you said.
The only thing is, if you guys want to see people go insane, I'm playing Dokapon Kingdom with a few people next Saturday. Hopefully next Saturday. I need to get it together.
Good luck with
I've played Dokapon Kingdom a few different times with people. These are people who, like, are masochists for it. They understand. These are, like, not new people.
I see. It's like, I've always heard it described as, like, Mario Party, but rude, you know?
So, yes and no. It's essentially, like, an actual RPG Mario Party. Like, I think there's, like, 7 or 8 chapters, and you are leveling up and you are fighting things, but you're not... You could be nice, and you could play, like, totally together, like, as a group. But the main incentive is basically like, okay, let's say you liberate town A. You get $2 million because, you know, you're now the mayor of town because you saved everybody there. Friend B goes and liberates town B. They get $1 million. Now, they could just keep liberating other towns, you know, and see if they get more money than you. Or while you're on the other side of the map, they could steal your town and just take your money.
I always peeked on streams where people are being assholes to each other, and it just seemed to be, there'd always be at least 1 or 2 people that were like having a miserable time.
Yeah, it's because one of my first collabs I ever did with Dokapon, I was literally last for I think like 3 hours. And it was like very, very far behind last. And what Dokapon does goes, they jingle keys in front of you. They're like, hey, hey, I see you've been last for a long time. Do you want to be fucking evil? Do you just want to ruin their lives?
Yes.
Do you want to do that? And they're jingling the keys, the evil maniacal keys. And you just go, yeah. And they go, okay, I want you to suffer before you make others suffer. You have to go to this specific spot on the map in the corner. There's no way to get to it easily. You have to land exactly on it. You can't be you get 6 moves, and if it's on 5, you could just go to their automatic. No, it has to be exactly 6. And then once you stand on that tile, the devil basically comes up and says, hey, do you want to go apeshit? Do you just want to kill people? And then you roll a die, basically saying how long you can be the ultimate devil for. I got the longest ones. I think it was 10 or 20 turns. Ooh. And I ruined 6 hours of progress for everybody else. We literally played for 7 hours, and we literally maybe only made 1 hour of progress in total.
Nice.
And then we just never played it again.
Is this the same group, or is this a different group? No,
this was a different group 2-3 years ago, because every time I try to say, do you want to play Dokapon Kingdom? They're like, I hate you. Don't even say shit. Because they know it. It's legitimately fun, though, as long as you have people who understand that it is legitimately a game. It's a long game. That's why people get really mad. It's almost like Monopoly tier. You're in it.
I've seen some people do multiple sessions of it, so it's kind of oh, wow, this is long.
Yeah, there's a more retro-oriented one, which is apparently from the same people who made Baroque. It's pixel 2D, but it's not as good. But Dokapon's just very fun. I like it a lot.
We'll have fun. Hopefully you come out on top.
I'm not betting on it. I just want to actually beat the game for
Well, let's see. Is there somebody you'd like to raid into, Hess? Let me see here.
Let me see.
I'm actually glad we opted for a shorter stream, because I noticed my energy just kind of went about 30 minutes ago, and I was like, oh, no, the work day.
Let me see.
1 second. Folks, by the way, I'm not going out of town for the weekend, so usual stream tomorrow morning. I still don't know what the hell I'm going to do. I'll figure it out, maybe. All right.
Let me just see. Hold up. My mouse literally just died, so I have to plug it in.
You're fine.
Because I was seeing which one of my people.
That's why I never go cordless. This is my old man rant.
Mine used to be always connected, and then I got the wireless one. I was like, you know what? It was on sale. It's not that bad. We could go into my friend Zuzu. She is quote unquote a gamer, and she's playing Super Mario Sunshine, which requires some sort of skill, so I think that might be funny.
Let me see. I think I know of Zuzu. Do you have their name here?
Yeah, I'll copy and paste it. Zuzu Mizuchi. She's really funny. Yeah. I love her.
Let me see. All right.
I think she has a new outfit too.
I don't think we had a raid message in mind, so let me see here. I suppose if you want, folks, you just do the eyeballs, or the point, or the scramble. I don't know. Usually we land on a raid message, sometimes we don't. And in these mad dashes, I'm like, I don't know, use an emote. I don't care. Okay, well, let me go ahead and fill that out then. Thanks for coming, folks. Have a good rest of the night. Have fun at Renfest if you ever plan to go. I don't know. I don't have a good line. You can't stay here, though, all right? Scram. But have a good
night, fellas.
Goodbye. It's counting down. Ooh. Almost. And I'm hitting the button. Goodbye. And I think it's going... I think so? Yes.
Yeah.
There we go. Let me do this and